to get it. I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true, where everything you want can be yours, if and only if you're willing to work for them, you're willing to hurt for them, but most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting, it's hot. Look what I got, whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast, I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes, I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete, well get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha, yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha, yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited, like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like, when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete, well get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next.
Hundreds of players and months of gameplay have all led to this. Today, our top 8 teams in the region start their journey in the challenge season for Clash of Clans with the ultimate goal of being crowned the champion at the end of it all. Which teams will start off strong and set themselves up for greatness? Well, we're about to find out. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Snapdragon Pro Series.
Going till a player on top know it. Rooftop penthouse suite. If you really want it, gotta own it. Fly through it, we was at the lowest. Blood, sweat, tears, the components. Riding all year, now's the moment. We are not friends, we are opponents. Yeah, I'm coming for mine. Yeah, I'm making a play, the game on the line. Yeah, I've been on the grind. Yeah, I jump in the spot, I made it my time. Yeah, look in the sky. Yeah, the stars align, no shade to shine. Can't stop it already. Emotional work and devotion. We put in this time. Look, you won't stop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snapdragon Pro Series, where today is day number 1 of our Challenge Season 4 for Clash of Clans. My name is Glitter Explosion. I'll be your host the entire season. It's for sure going to be a very exciting one, which means, you know, I couldn't do it alone. So we have to welcome to the boys to the studio as well, because we have Kala and we have Bash ready to get things going today. Are you excited to be here?
I'm completely excited. It is the Clash Challenge season, and the 8 teams progressed from the Open Finals to here today, and we will show you all of the action soon.
That's right, Kyle. We got some of the best teams in NA going to duke it out over these next 4 weeks. It's going to be an amazing show, so make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yeah, I can't wait to start talking about all of it. But before we do that, if you're trying to stay up to date with what we have going on this entire challenge season, if you're unable to make some of the streams, the easy way to do that, make sure you're following us on social media. Okay, we've got X, we've got Insta, and Facebook chock full of updates of what we've got going on all season long. So as long as you're following along on there, you won't miss a single second of it. And of course, you can join our Discord, discord.gg/Snapdragon Pro Series, to join the community, talk all things Clash of Clans, and continue getting all of those updates. So make sure you do that now, so you're good. You don't have to worry. I'll keep reminding you, but if you just do it now, it's a lot easier, all right? Now, before we get into all of our matches for today, just in case any of you are new here at home joining us in the stream, this is the challenge season portion of the entire competition, okay? Our teams had to go through a lot to get here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, we actually have an entire explainer video to show you exactly what I mean.
Welcome to the 4th season of the Snapdragon Pro Series, where the best Clash of Clans teams in the world will battle it out with their respective regions to find out who is the best. Let's see how it all works. There are 4 phases: the Open Ladder, the Open Finals, the Challenge, and the Challenge Finals. In the first phase of the tournament, the Open Ladder, anyone and everyone can sign up with their squad to compete. The teams will draw random matchups to accumulate qualifying points in order to qualify for the next phase, the Open Finals. But with one catch: the teams who finish the ladder in 1st and 2nd place automatically skip the Open Finals and get invited straight to the challenge. But more on that later. The next 16 teams, ranked 3 through 18, will be invited to a grueling double elimination bracket where the top 6 will advance to the toughest phase yet, the challenge. These best teams from their regions will compete in a round-robin format, where every team will play a single war versus every other team. The 4 teams with the best records in the challenge then get invited to the ultimate showdown, the Snapdragon Challenge Finals. One more brutal double elimination bracket will determine who is the very best of the best, and award one team with a $20,000 top prize, the pride of their region, and the covetous title of the Snapdragon Pro Series Challenge Champions.
All right, our teams are not only, of course, fighting for that really cool trophy that you guys just got to see in that video, not only for the title of champion in the best in the region, all the glory that comes with it, but there's also that prize pool that was mentioned in the format video there, Kala. Nice cash on the line.
Yeah, that is true. The whole season has a total prize pool of $60,000, but in this stage of the tournament, so in the challenge season, $11,000 are on the line, and all of those 8 teams which are competing today are in the money already. That is what I love. So yeah, the work pays off here.
Yeah, you know, we had to reward them for their hard work so far. Everybody going home with just a little bit. But obviously, we heard everyone's going to be fighting to try and get through to the finals and then battle it out in the finals. So there's going to be loads of Clash of Clans action coming your way for the next 4 weeks. It's going to be fantastic. But we saw it, how all the teams had to make their way through the latter portion of the competition. Let's talk about those top 8 teams that did make it here, Bash, because we have lots of returning faces that people at home should be able to recognize.
Yeah, and that's one theme you'll always notice in NA is a lot of familiar faces under different team names. We have SE Esports, which actually are returning champions. We got United Gaming, a huge heavy hitter in this scene, Push Canada, Synchronic, Underworld X, Method to Madness, We Stay Active, and Omnipotence. All 8 of these teams are going to play each other once over our next 4 weeks to give us our 4 teams to go into the challenge finals.
Yeah, which means throughout these 4 weeks, we are in for some really exciting matchups across the board as our teams move through that round robin portion of this challenge season. It's going to be very, very exciting. But now that you know how the tournament works, what they're playing for, which teams have made their way through to this stage of the competition, let's talk about the specific matchups for today. We'll take a look at the schedule so you all at home can see what to expect when it comes to which of our matches will be showing on our stream today. We do 4 matchups a day here on the live stream. What's jumping out for you here, Kala?
Yeah, especially for sure the first matchup. Bash, you mentioned it. The reigning champion SE Esports is in this tournament again, and they are facing off against Synchronic, another strong team here. But also, we need to mention them. United Gaming is here in Bash.
Yeah, United Gaming, a heavy hitter. They're always in the running for the championship. So 4 really solid matches to get us started here in week 1.
Yeah, and while this is all happening on our main broadcast, we will have some matches that happen off stream as well. And as those happen throughout the day, when those results come through, we'll make sure to update all of you at home for what happened across the board with any of these off stream matches. And of course, throughout the entire challenge season, we'll rotate those teams back and forth. So don't worry, you'll get to see all of your favorite players and teams come across on our live stream at some point throughout the season. It's going to be great. Yeah. I'm excited to get into day 1 of the challenge season. Is always a really fun one because this is where the playing field's really level right now, right, Bash?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can kind of take a lead, so to speak. I mean, ultimately, the top 4 teams with the best record after these 4 weeks are going to move forward. So you don't want to kind of come out the gate slow. You want to come out, get a couple wins under your belt. Some of these teams are going to play twice today. Some will only play once. So every win's going to count. But ultimately, we're looking for those teams to get to the 5-win mark. That's usually the magic number.
Yeah, are there any teams that specifically you're keeping your eye on this season here, Kala?
Yeah, for sure. The top teams, we mentioned them before, SE Esports, also Synchronic or United Gaming. But also Omnipotence is one of the underdogs that is maybe underrated. So, yeah, you mentioned it. We are now in the competition. Town Hall 16 is the new stage we are on. And yeah, it is even. So every team is now in the position to get to the next stage.
All right, well, like we saw on that schedule, we have some really exciting matches here today. You guys have both now said it a couple times. One of those teams will be our returning champions. Do you think, Bash, for SE Esports, that adds an additional target on their back heading into this first match of the day?
Maybe, but I mean, when we take a look at these rosters, and we'll talk about it here momentarily, they made some crazy moves, but the Synchronic team, like Kala just said, this is a team that can hang right in there, one of the more well-known NA teams, so this should be a really good match, the first match of our whole challenge. This is a good one to get us going.
Is there any history between these teams, Kala, that might inform how you think this matchup could potentially play out?
I think the teams know each other very well, so they are in the competition since years. And I had the opportunity to speak to players of them. So Pevu from SE Esports told me, yeah, that there is a little bit of concern because this is the first big tournament here, which they are playing on Town Hall 16, and the time to prepare for this was really, really close.
taking a look at that roster for SE Esports. We got Van, BJG, Damien, Max, Pevu, but a big addition here in the middle there, Jesus, formerly of Empire Gaming, one of the best players in NA Clash, or at least at Town Hall 15. But you're right, Kala, and we'll kind of harp on that, I'm sure, a lot today. Town Hall 16 is brand new. We haven't seen a whole lot of competition for it, so we'll have to see how these players adapt and overcome the new Town Hall. But Synchronic's roster, Soham leading the pack, Juanjo Fernandez, Marcelo, Black Powerade, Halo Blade, and Rainberry making his return. This team is kind of stacked up pretty nicely as well.
I think so too, and Halo Blade told me that, yeah, their bases are prepared. They put a lot of effort to bring up some nice and new, fresh bases on Town Hall 16, and yeah, let's see if SE Esports can overcome them.
A lot of insider info already, Kala. What's going on?
I have my feelings I know some people in those teams, and yeah, I cannot wait for the actions to start, so I needed to check out how they are prepared and if they are prepared.
Did you get any insider info, Bash, or are you slacking over there?
Like, like not even close to anywhere like Kala. Like I talked to Pevu briefly earlier today and wished him good luck, and yeah, I guess I need to put a little bit more feelers. Guys, DM me. I need that info.
It's, you know what, it's because you didn't want any caster bias. You didn't want any opinions to sway you, obviously.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's it.
What I want, I want to get some predictions out of you, but when I say predictions, not in the sense of who you think's going to win. I want to see if we can dial it down a little bit. I want to see if you can potentially a little bit of a throwback here, not full guess the percent, but like how do you feel this war could turn out in the sense of potential stars?
Honestly, I think we're going to see, if you remember last season, we kind of started off slow with, like, you know, where 12 and 13 was that good number. I think realistically, like 14 is going to be that number this season, maybe even 15. We might see some perfect war here. Town Hall 16 is brand new. Some players may not have fully upgraded bases. Like, we're talking Town Hall 16 is what, less than 2 months old?
1 month, I guess.
1 month, yeah. So it's brand new. We'll have to see how the base building is, because you can base build and test, but ultimately the meta is still evolving.
What about you, Kala?
Yeah, and especially you need to mention the progress of the bases. So normally you are trying to maximize your offense. So the new hero equipments are a really, really tough thing for the base builders to carry on. Meanwhile, you need to upgrade your bases, so your defense buildings, and I think they could be a bit behind on that point.
All right. I think it's going to be really exciting to see what some of these teams can bring out here with the new Town Hall factor. That's always something that does tend to impact, especially the early portion of a challenge season. Anytime we've seen that kind of swap so close to the beginning of a challenge season. So I think it's going to be really, really fun. I believe the first war is just a few minutes away from getting itself started, which means I can probably send you on over to the other half of the studio. But we'll go ahead.
Okay.
Just walk slow. Walk slow and talk about this next matchup while you're walking really slow.
Let's do it, Bash.
Walk slower, walk slow. Oh, not that slow. All right, guys, we're on the move. That's I can't believe they trust us to move studios in the middle of this. They've got to be out of their minds. But Kala, Town Hall 16, man, it's brand new. It feels, for me personally anyways, offensive heavily. I mean, I can 3-star. If I can 3-star these pros, they should be able to do some really fun things, right?
I think so too, yeah. And Pevu told me also that they are practicing the attacks only in Legend League. So we know you need the ores to farm your hero equipments, and you only get them through those random wars. So yeah, they didn't have time to prepare those 5v5 friendly wars, yeah, in a good amount. So I think for most of those teams today, this is the first esport match at Town Hall 16.
Yeah, it's really tough because you're right. You talked about the ores. The ores are not cheap. You can get them from your daily star bonus, but that's once every 24 hours. You want to stack that on top of regular war spends, but that's tough to balance with esports. Now, you can spend gems, but it is literally thousands of dollars if you want to max all of the hero equipment. So I feel like these players are going to dial into 1 or 2 pieces of specialized equipment for each player, maybe each hero, and just kind of use that. And I think that's going to be the wild card throughout our whole challenges. What equipment is being used against these bases?
Yes, and that is what I'm looking for. So we saw there was the first epic equipment, the giant gauntlet for the king, and it gets used everywhere. So I'm also in Legend League, and yeah, I saw some player profiles where the giant gauntlet was leveled up highly. So I think we can expect that used here. But not only the equipment is new, but also a new troop, the Root Rider, Bash.
Right, Root Rider. Who needs walls? Root Riders will just go through walls. Speaking of walls, we got new levels to balloons who fly over walls. We got new levels to miners, which go under walls. There's a lot of big offensive weapons. And I think Town Hall 16, with it being so new, and remember, we didn't get a lot of those heavy defensive upgrades. A lot of those big, heavy hitting defenses didn't get upgraded yet. So, like I said in the pre-show, I think offense is going to reign heavy here. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my expectation.
Yeah, that could be true. And the first match is SE Esports, the reigning champion against Synchronic. So directly, the pro players are going in. So yeah, I cannot wait for this to start, Bash.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited. We got two really good teams, also two really strong NA teams. I think these two teams, I mean, if we're making early predictions here, I think these are two teams we could see in the Final Four here. It's a bold prediction, but I'm going to throw it out there right now. These two teams will make it to Challenge Finals. No pressure, guys. Don't let me down.
Yeah, a good guess, I would suggest. So I would not think that they will go out here. So yeah, we mentioned the lineup of Synchronic, Soham as a leader, always a good player here. Rainberry showing up in every King of the Hill I see on Twitch. So yeah. I think they are prepared, and Town Hall 16 is ready for them to master.
But on the other side of that, I mean, if you take a look at SE Esports roster, they led the ladder. But here we go. We're underway. Soham himself. We got Soham coming in with a super Barch. I'm assuming there's going to be super archers inside this blimp. He'll send it all the way across, try to get as much value as possible, then use those super barbarians to accompany the heroes and work through this base. So here we go with that blimp in. Ooh, he drops the blimp early, doesn't use a Warden ability, clones up the super archers, and now he can deal with taking out this whole Rage Core area.
Yes, and it's looking decent. So look at that. The buildings got taken down here, perfectly timed invisibility spells here by Soham. He took down an eagle, 2 of those ground bows, at least 1 of those multis, and he lured the CC, and that is always a crucial thing here for such an attack here. So now he's going in with his heroes. He's supporting these heroes with 2 of the new Root Riders, Bash.
Yeah, Root Riders, not only are they going to be really tanky with 8,000 hit points, but watch as they go through those walls. They're going to open the walls up. So this will allow that King, the Queen, the Electro Titan, and even some of those Barbarians to funnel inside the base, using those super barbs on that left-hand side just to clear out ahead. So the heroes are going to continue working in towards that Town Hall. Remember, he didn't take the Town Hall with his super blimp, or his super archer blimp, so he needs to deal with that with these heroes. Let's see if he can get it down with this approach.
Yeah, and it's looking decent, so smoothly, but soon he will take down the Town Hall. We see another Rage spell tower here. The range got decreased here after the update, but the defender is still relying on the Rage Tower. And look at that, a perfectly timed Warden ability. Now the King is going with the Giant Gauntlet, and he's using the bug. So after the Eternal Tome of the Warden, the Giant Gauntlet in this ability is not losing any HP here. And with the Royal Champion and the Foxy on her, she's going for the last remaining defenses here. Let's see if the Queen and the King can clear the 9 o'clock compartment.
It looks like the King has the Phoenix on him, so once the King gets taken out, that Phoenix will spawn, bring the King back to life for 8 more seconds. Royal Champion and Queen still both have abilities, and this is looking really strong for Soham. He should throw the Seeking Shield to clear out a few more of these defenses. Those new merged Archer Towers raining down, but the Queen ability and a Royal Champion ability, this one is done for. It's going to be a 3-star for Soham, starting us out exactly how we expected. Soham always comes up with creative attacks, but this one was more of, if it's not broke, don't fix it. New super Barch level, let's use it.
Yes, nice approach here by Soham with this super archer blimp. He took down such an important part of this base here. And yeah, maybe we can have a look in the replay here. The Town Hall takedown with 2 Root Riders and the heroes. He took down a good chunk of the base here. Then sending in the Royal Champion from 3 o'clock for the remaining defense buildings there. Perfectly planned and perfect execution by Soham, so GG.
Those Root Riders got pretty far into that base. Really great use of the Royal Champion. And I think this is one thing we didn't talk about a lot in the pre-show, that the Fox with the Royal Champion, it is a nasty combination. We're starting to see that kind of shift the meta right now, where the Royal Champion, she's going to go invisible for seconds at a time, making her be able to deal out more and more damage. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. I think that will be the meta for the pets for throughout our whole challenge phase. But you never know. These players are creative. We can see anything.
Yeah, that is true. And I saw at some point in Legends League that someone failed his Archer Blimp, and he had like 6 or 7 invisibility spells left. And he tried to make the Royal Champion the whole hit invisible by using the Fox on her and those invisible spells. So it's definitely highly important to watch out for this pet here. Next attack is in. Max for SE Esports, one of the reigning champions from last season, from season 3, is in. And he is doing a Warden walk, I would guess. Yes, with lightning zaps.
Yeah, zapping, taking out that Rage Tower. You talked about it. The Rage Tower did get that little nerf, but we see 2 more Rage Towers here. The Rage Tower got a nerf to its radius, but it's still strong enough that these players are choosing that Rage Spell Tower. Flameflinger will also deal out tons of damage, and he's just going to set up a straight funnel right through the middle.
Yes, it's looking decent here with the Flameflinger at 6 o'clock. He's creating funneling or pathing for his main push, which will come in after the Warden will take down the Eagle. The Warden is equipped with the Rage Gem to speed him up here, so he's not investing any other Rage spell here for this walk. And it's looking good here. The Flameflinger targets now the Mortar. One Barbarian is tanking, another one is coming in, so Max is doing it perfectly.
Right, that's one of those new pieces of hero equipment. You can choose 2 pieces of hero equipment and it essentially replace the hero abilities. You can still use traditional hero abilities, so to speak, with the hero equipment, but now we have things like the Rage Gem, where that Warden is going to rage up everything that's in his aura. Look at all these troops as they work in here. They're going to have a slight rage, which is going to help them get through the middle of this base. On these rings, you don't want to be hanging out around that town hall too often. But here we go. Oh, look at that. We got the giant gauntlet on the king along with his rage vial. The queen with traditional abilities here. And here comes the push for the town hall. Good shout out to our spotter for showing off those hero equipments. Town hall should fall, and almost 2 stars secured now.
Yes, and this was a perfectly Warden Eternal Tome here. Now the king is popped and the giant gauntlet is making him so huge here. Yeah. So he's tanking for everything else here. The Royal Champion with another time with the Fox here on it is coming in from 1 o'clock, and it's another decent hit here by Max. I think he has good chances to triple this base. Only the Monolith is trying to hold off him, and now it's got taken down.
Yeah, no,
this is
the healers there, it doesn't stand a chance there, Kala. The healers keep that king alive. Even with the Monolith dealing extra damage based on hit points, the king barely lost any health after he popped his ability. Clean 3-star, we're all squared away here.
Wow, that was a stunning thing here. We didn't mention that he raged the Warden in the end for the single IT. So he did a really, really long Warden walk, and in the end he still got 25 seconds spare. So great job by Max.
Remember, like at Town Hall 15, even Town Hall 14, if you didn't get that Warden walk going really quickly, like you had time was not your friend. If you went any longer than a minute, you were risking a time fail. But with that Rage Gem and the new hero equipment here, it just speeds things up enough to get right on through here. Beautiful attack for Max. So far, offense is looking supreme, and we're all squared away here. 3 stars apiece for these 2 squads.
That is true. So a good start for both teams, and these are the first esport attacks here in the region of North America we are seeing here in the Snapdragon Pro Series. Both are triples. Incredible what the players are doing here, and yeah, let's see who is the next attacker.
Yeah, this is already gearing up. I'm already getting excited because I think we're going to see a lot of this. We're going to see a lot of roots. I think we can see a lot of super barbarians being used because they only got stronger. The roots are really strong already, and I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it type of deal. That's my opinion on it. As we wait for this next attack, I will be curious because Balloon's got another level. Will we see any Lalo today?
For sure, yeah, for sure. Normally, those players, or many of those players, were used to play the Lalo, but I think, yeah, they are doing currently what works best here. And Marcelo is live for Synchronic. This wall breaker didn't, open up the corner there enough, I guess. But he's trying to get his queen in for the Eagle Artillery, and I think, yeah, no, she will go around, but I think she will step back into the Warden.
Nice invis, yeah, good invis to push her back in there. So the queen will go in for the Eagle Artillery. Looks like a pretty traditional setup as far as equipment goes. There was Giant Gauntlet on the king, but honestly, I think that is what we're going to see here. That with it being the first piece of epic equipment and that massive damage reduction that it offers, I think we will see a lot of Giant Gauntlet for all of our players throughout the whole challenge phase. Queen's working in here. She's under a little bit of pressure here with that Ricochet Cannon and the Expo. Keep an eye on her, Callis. She's under pressure.
Oh, and there she goes. The ability is used here. I think it was the auto ability, not what he planned for. And also the queen should, or was supposed to go in there. He broke the wall, but the queen is stepping outside, going for the multi first. Now he's directly sending in the king from 12 to funnel in, but the Root Riders through the core. The Town Hall is far side, so he's using a blimp here directly through the Water Turtle Tome here to get the Town Hall down. We see here some super minions in the CC. Where is the Tornado Trap? Hopefully not in front of the Town Hall. There are some red mines to get the Laloon, but the Town Hall is getting taken out.
There we go. Yeti Bomb takes out the Town Hall. We do have plenty of roots here. Queen actually recovered pretty nicely here on the bottom side, so she's almost back up to full health. And we got Royal Champion to accompany these Root Riders in. King is in there. He does have that Rage Gem on the Warden. I didn't notice that when we were cycling through, so that makes these roots just move a little bit quicker. Couple balloons on the backside. This is actually looking like a pretty strong recovery here for Marcelo. Still plenty of freezes. King goes to the Giant Gauntlet. It's looking like it's got a chance.
Yeah, and especially after the queen died here, the healers transformed to the Royal Champion. And now with the Fox and her ability, she will take down the last remaining defenses. And it is another 3-star here for Marcelo and Synchronic. So they are going strong.
Which team is going to miss first? That's going to be our question as we go back to back to back 3 stars. Town Hall 16 is looking offensively heavy as these Root Riders are being very dominant for these two teams. And it's now 6-3 in favor of Synchronic, but SE Esports will look to square that away with their next attack.
Yeah, that is for sure. And what we need to mention it is compared to some Hawk Riders, the Root Riders don't need a heal spell, so they are so tanky.
Right.
They have so much HP that they don't need a support by a heal spell. So he could use all the rage spells for his charge and his push through the core. So really nice done here by Marcelo, and in the end, yeah, the transition of the healers to the Royal Champion was another good thing to happen.
A really great line on that battle blimp. That's one of those little underrated things where you get that battle blimp on that perfect line and it just sneaks past any traps. I didn't see the tornado trap actually go off there, so really good use of the battle blimp to get that Town Hall down, and he's rewarded with the 3-star. Good job sticking with it, because his queen looked like she was under a lot of fire there early, but he sticks with it, gets the 3-star, and his team's back in the lead.
Yes, although it was not executed perfectly after the suicide wall breaker failed, and then the second wall breaker opens up a compartment where the queen didn't step in. Yeah, he was able to triple, so yeah, the power was on his side, and this is the second triple after the second attack. But now SE Esports want to tie things up again.
Zap Lalo here for Damien, one of our more charismatic players here in all of NA. Taking a look at his hero equipment. Nice little zap there to get the Rage Tower down. Did he get an Inferno there? Was that the other building? I'm just trying to keep an eye on everything here, as he's got some of his hero equipment upgraded a little bit there. But here come the heroes to dive in towards that Eagle Artillery with the Queen here. And let's see what he decides to do with this. It looks like he's going to probably join everything together and make a push towards that core.
Yeah, and we mentioned it, the Laloon is still viable, and Damien will make use of it here. After a nice zap value here, he's opening things up here with his hero dive. So the Queen will take down the Eagle really, really early without taking any damage here. Now she is tanked here by an ice golem. The king is joining the party, and they are going for the core.
Oh, baby. If he can get these heroes to dive into the Town Hall, that'll be massive. I don't think they will, actually, just because of the breadcrumbs that are around that. They should go around, but he does have a battle blimp selected for the current time, so he can use that to kind of send in for the Town Hall a little bit later. King's going to actually duck in here, but here comes the Lalo from the bottom portion. Still a long ways to go on this one, but it's looking like a really solid start here for Damien.
And another blimp for the Town Hall, so they are relying to get down the Town Hall, not with the Laloon or the heroes, but with a nice timed blimp here. Another rage spell and a free spell. The Yetis comes out of the CC, and there it goes. The Town Hall is down, and now it's all about clearing those last remaining buildings. Oh, look at the Phoenix. He's trying to take down the scatter shot, and it works.
Nice.
And this is looking great for Damien.
Our first Lalo of our challenge season, and it is a nice one from Damien. Really great value out of those lightning spells and the heroes to push through and open up the pathing for this balloon parade to go through and take it all down. Nice attack. It's another triple, Kala.
Oh my god.
Offense is crazy right now.
That is crazy indeed. And although I mentioned it before, I don't know exactly how the progress of those players defense-wise is. I think all of those defense buildings, the new level, are maxed out. So I don't know exactly what we can expect from this match here.
But notice one thing here. If you look at the expos, all the expos on this base were on ground, or at least 3 of them I saw were on ground. So that makes a choice like the Lalo super, super strong. The expo is one of the strongest defenses in the game, aside from those heavy hitting like Monolith, Igor, Artillery, Scatter Shots. Those expos can deal massive damage, but if they're set to ground mode, they're not going to target any balloons. And if you're a well-seasoned Lalo player, you use that to your advantage every single time. We saw Damien do just that and get a nice little 3-star.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe they want to defend some Root Riders instead.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, Root Riders, we've already seen it. With 2 out of these 4 attacks have been Roots, so
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, but Damien did a perfect plan here on this base, perfectly executed. So he took apart the whole base. The hero dive was perfectly, and in the end, yeah, a crushing 3-star here on their side. But this was only the first 2 attacks of their team. So 3 attacks of both teams are left. So yeah, we need to check out those.
Yeah, still a lot of war left, but I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to talk about it, guys. One thing we need to talk about, because I think we will see a lot of 15s throughout this challenge season, it goes to stars first. If we are tied on stars, it'll go to percentage. If percentage is tied, we'll go to time. And then after that, who knows where we're going. So that's something to keep in mind as we see a lot of heavy offense being used here at Town Hall 15. Keep an eye on those times. Where something like that Lalo moved through the base really quickly, Roots can be a little bit slower. It's just something to keep in your back of your head. But Juanjo Fernandez, our seasoned Dragon, Super Dragon, Electro Dragon player, he is known for his dragons. And remember, dragons got a new level at Town Hall 16, so it only plays into his strong suit here as we take a look at all of his hero equipment. Ooh, that's a different one there. He's got the healer puppet on there. So when his queen pops his ability, her ability rather, she's going to spawn 3 healers along with going invisible.
I think at level 8 it's only 1 or 2 healers.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking max level. You're right.
Yeah, at max level it's 3. So let's see. I didn't use this healer puppet yet.
I haven't used it at the lower level. You're right. I think you're right there, though.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works out here. I think the queen will get a healing boost as well, the whole hit. But let's see. We will find out. The queen ability is still intact, so we will see how many healers will get spawned. Now he's directly going in with the Super Dragon push directly into the Town Hall. The Warden with the Rage Gem again here, supporting those troops to fasten things up. Some Black Mines catching some dragons here, but the core of the base is looking decent because there are another time 4 ground expos.
I really like the choice of the Rage Gem on the Warden with these dragons. It's going to help these dragons just be a little bit beefier, a little bit stronger as he pushes through that Town Hall. It's also going to help move them through that Town Hall poison. Queen has not gone to ability yet, so we haven't seen how many healers she may or may not get, but he also has the King working down here on the bottom side, so a lot still to go, but he's getting to the toughest portion of the base now.
Yes, and he still got 4 freezes left and 1 rage spell, with in combination with the abilities of those heroes. So I think he's looking again like a crushing attack here. The king with the giant gauntlet in use here. One last Super Dragon which came out of the CC is trying to clear the core here. He's using the freezes wherever he needs them. The queen will pop her ability soon, and 2 healers got spawned. So at level 8 of the healer puppet, it will spawn you 2 additional healers. And now I think with the Royal Champion, in combination with the Fox, he is going to crush the last defense buildings, and this is also another 3-star here for Synchronic.
That is crazy. I was worried about that back end because it looked a little bit tough, but that was a beautiful attack. And like you mentioned, Kalle, the queen does get a little bit of extra healing when she has a healer puppet attached to her. So at max level, you get 3 of them, but he gets the 2 healers at a lower level, but the queen also gets that self-healing property. So a really nice use of a different piece of equipment, and that's something that I think we'll see throughout this challenge as well.
Yes, and you know it. If you are losing your queen, it's always a pain. Right. So, yeah, the healer puppet is surely a viable equipment for the queen for most of the players. So, yeah, it's always hard to see your queen dying. And, yeah, if you can survive with her longer in a hit, yeah, supported by a healer puppet, for example, it is worth to use.
I'm waiting to see our first healer puppet giant arrow combo. Just shoot that giant arrow through the base and then spawn up some healers to do a crazy queen charge. There's so many possibilities with this new hero equipment. I think as we get more equipment, it's going to be even crazier. But this is just our first look at it. And some of you guys at home, I mean, I know I haven't got to play with a lot of it. It'll be fun to see how some of these pros use this equipment.
That is for sure. Especially the king with the king gauntlet is, yeah, really, really strong. Maybe we see some earthquake boots today to open up some compartments or some pathing for a smash, for example. But until now, we saw a viable usage of those equipments, and Van is the next attacker for SE Esports, and he brings up the Lalo with the Zap spells.
Zap Lalo taking out the Rage, the Mono, or not the Mono, the Multi-Target Inferno, and the Ricochet Cannon, along with one other building. Taking a look at his equipment, he does have that giant gauntlet on the King, as expected. Pretty traditional queen setup there with the Archer Puppet and the Invisibility Vial, and then the Grand Warden, rather, with the Healing Tome on there as well. So every troop that's in his aura, as he pops his ability, will get some extra healing in there. It's a very nice piece of equipment to use. And then, of course, Royal Champion doesn't have any new equipment yet, so she's sticking with her defaults. But it's nice to see those levels.
And look at that, although he dropped the skeleton spell a bit too late, because of the Foxy and the invisibility of the Royal Champion, she will take down the Monolith with the ability here. Another Builder Hut went down, so this is looking like a decent opener here for Wen.
This is looking really, really strong. The heroes already took out half of the base here. The Queen is working in there behind the King, and he's really just letting these heroes get as much value as possible. The Grand Warden will come in with the Lalo, and with him having that healing gem on the Warden, he can kind of just let the Lalo go over to, oh wait, he goes really early on it, so that the Headhunters can actually get into that enemy Royal Champion. So notice the healing being used right there. Oh man, but he didn't send his blimp in. This is a little bit risky.
Yes, you mentioned it, and especially using this Warden Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome so early doesn't allow the Healing Tome to have that much impact, because all the loons were still full alive.
It doesn't matter.
But I think, yeah, you mentioned it, it doesn't matter. He's crushing this space completely. The outside highly stacked HP defense buildings were directly taken out here by his hero dive, and now with these loons here.
Kalle, was Van swagging his ability as Warden?
Maybe.
It felt like he was swagging that Warden ability. He knew the base was crushed. Look how many balloons he has up there. Oh my goodness, guys. We are 6 3-stars to start this war up. Oh man, I said we could get some 14s and maybe even some 15s, but we are on pace for a double 15. I mean, I'm jinxing it, because at this point we kind of need a miss, right?
Yeah, and this, I want to mention this base building. So he stacked all the important defense buildings like Expos, the scatter shots, the Monolith, and the Inferno ITs in the corner of the base, so really far outside. And yeah, Ven make advantage of that and took them all out with the Eternal Tome and an early rage spell for his loons.
I'm almost a little bit curious of what our time is looking like for these two clans. We'll talk about that after these next volley of attacks. The fourth attacks are the most important, but we've seen no team has slipped up yet. So will either team slip up or will we continue this 3-star streak? That's what we're going to see with our next attack. Guys, if you're watching at home, take note. If you're missing by just a little bit, make a little bit of adjustments. These guys are showing you what to do. I'm sure they're using similar armies to what you're using at home, Root Riders. You can even play around with the Lalo. Posty, take note. I got my eyes on you. But you guys should be able to take advantage and really get some 3-stars of your own. I know CWL just ended, but you got to grind those regular wars to upgrade your equipment.
Yeah, and I want to mention CWL was intense, so I think it was the month with the highest sign-ups for the Clan War League, because everyone needs to farm their accounts. And yeah, we saw already that you can also use the Super Dragons still. So maybe we see in a future war some E-Dragons, for example, or we see another time the Queen Walk Super Dragon attack here. This time it's not a box base, but it is a diamond-shaped base of Peru, and Rainberry is doing the attack with a recoil spell.
Okay, so we talked about the Dragons getting a new level. Ooh, look at this bowler bounce here. I love watching Rainberry attack. We didn't see him last season. He took last season off, but I'm happy to see him back in competition because he is a really fun attacker and really creative on his attacks. There goes that recall spell on the Queen, pulling her out after just getting a little bit of a funnel set. Nice little bowler bounce, kind of an old school technique you don't see often used, but the bowler bounce just to set up some pathing so the Queen's gonna go the proper way for him. He's just gonna send all these Super Dragons right through this Town Hall.
Yeah, and I think this was for style, because I think he couldn't brought some sneaky goblins, because he's using the Super Dragon and the Super Wall Breaker here. Right. So this bowler bounce was not only for style reasons. So now let's check out. The dragons are coming in for the Town Hall. There is the Tornado Trap. The Warden Eternal Tome will be used soon here. They got a Rage deployed first, and now the Eternal Tome, yes. The Slammer is opened or got opened already here, and the Queen Walk is going strong at the south of the base. Now let's look at those Super Dragons in the core. They are losing health quickly. Yeah. Now the Royal Champion is supporting them. Is this enough?
I'm a little bit worried about it. The Dragons split up. They faded out quickly here. He does use a Rage there on the Royal Champion to try to push her through. Uses a freeze on these back-end defenses, but he's got Diggy on the Royal Champion here. We've seen Fox on every other single attack, but man, we might have our first miss here. He's got a ton of base up. He still does have King and Queen ability, but time at some point is going to become a factor.
Oh my god, that is harsh to watch here. Yeah, you mentioned it. He brought the Diggy onto his Royal Champion. I don't know exactly. Maybe he jammed the Foxy, but didn't activate it, or yeah, got it on the field here. So I think with Foxy, he should have better options here in the core to get this down with his Royal Champion. So now the giant cannon is still shooting, and the Queen is got taken down here. The King will have his Phoenix, but I think this is still not looking good here for Rainberry.
Oh, I jinxed it, guys. I jinxed the perfect war, and the very next attack, Rainberry misses. This one just seemed to kind of fade out really, really quickly. Maybe an overcommit with the recall spell, didn't have enough spell, but really, it just seemed like everything just didn't get through the middle fast enough. Maybe a healing tome on these dragons. Look how low the dragons were by the time he used the Eternal Tome. So maybe a healing tome there could have made a little bit of a difference. It's always hard to say, like when you're planning an attack, what could and could not go right or wrong. It's easy for me to sit up here and, commentate and say he maybe could have done this or that. But 91% is still respectable, but the way this is going, it's going to be tough to overcome.
Yeah, that is for sure, 91%. But the opponents have still 2 attacks left, so there could be a slip up too. So yeah, it was a nice attack. So Rainberry thought that to take down the monolith first and then send in those Super Dragons there would be enough. with the tornado trap in front of the town hall, it got slowed down, and in the end, yeah, the Super Dragons thinned out in the core, and this is what, was the problem in the end.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. The Super Dragons, they can be strong. They work really well against those little box-style bases. But that kind of wide approach there, I think, was the downfall as they kind of spread out a little bit thin there, took on too much damage. But let's see if Peivu can take advantage here. He's got a Queen charge into Root Riders, or I guess he could have a Warden Walk, but he's got 5 healers with Root Riders selected. Yeah, it's going to be, I just said Queen charge because that's what Peivu loves. He loves his Queen charges here. Giant Gauntlet on the King, I think that's pretty standard. Let's see what he has on the Queen here. Standard setup for the Queen with their Archer Puppet and the Invisibility Vial. And then for our Warden here, let's see a Healing Tome along with the other tome. The Eternal Tome, that's it.
Eternal Tome, yeah.
Slipped my mind.
And with a Giant, he's luring the CC really early, so the Queen could take down the CC troops without any trouble. So this is looking good. He had the opportunity to bring some super loons because he don't need any wall breakers here. The base is open everywhere, so the Queen will walk in directly to the center here with only a short funnel at 5 o'clock here. Now facing off the Monolith, but no problem for the Queen.
All right, let's see what he does here. Queen is going to go ahead and take out the Monolith, which is really, really nice value for her. He's going to go ahead and send those roots from the 6 o'clock position, and it looks like he's going to accompany them with the Battle Blip, and he does just that. So the Battle Blip will go in, he'll hit that Warden ability, which will keep those roots healed back up to full. Keep an eye on the Queen, 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 Queen. Oh, Queen barely gets through that King, but he ends up popping the ability anyways. The Sweeper pushes the Blimp offline, but let's see if he gets right on through here with the Yeti Bomb, and it looks like the Town Hall is going to fall, and the roots are working right on through here. Now, he still does have a heavy portion of this base on the back end, but he's got a lot yet to be deployed.
Yes, invisible spell for the Queen here. She's near to the heavy damage area at 12 o'clock. The Rage Tower got activated. Now the Queen got taken out here. But the Foxy with the Royal Champion and those Root Riders are coming for this compartment. It's not looking like a domination attack here. The Root Riders are thinning out. The last one will get taken out soon here. He still got the last freeze. The World Champion shield flies over. The healer transition is money here for Peivu, but he don't have the ability left. So now it's all about, can this World Champion get this value he needed?
Oh man, it's looking like it's going to fall short here. He's got a lot going. The Royal Champion goes down. He does still have the King in there with the Phoenix. Remember, that miss for Rainberry was 91. So ideally, Peivu wants to get anything above 91% to keep his team in the lead. 89, 90. He's got the buildings. He's got 91. He's got 92. He's got 93. And that will keep SE Esports in the lead here. 2 misses here in the 4 spots, but it is going to be SE Esports with the slight advantage going into the final attacks.
96% in the end? No, even more?
Oh, if he had time, this is just a time fill, technically.
True, it is a time fill. 96% for Peivu, so they are still in the lead, but only on percentage. So that means if Synchronic will triple in the next attack, they will give SE Esports much pressure.
I really like this base for Marcelo. It kind of had 2 really anchor points. That 6 o'clock position and that 12 o'clock position were both very, very nasty, just loaded up with heavy hitting defenses, Rage Towers, and notice those bows on ground again were enough to slow Peivu's attack down. I thought the plan was solid, but ultimately, when you get that many defenses under that Rage Spell Tower, it is just a nasty thing to try to deal with, and it slows them down. 96%, which means SE Esports does have the 5% advantage. So right now, Synchronic probably going to need a 3-star.
Yeah, that's true. And the Rage Tower is insane. So although the distance or the range got decreased, nowadays the base builders are stacking around this Rage Tower in more defense buildings than ever.
Right.
So the new giant cannons we see always nearby a Rage Tower, like in this space here by Max. So Power Rage need to find a way around those compartments.
All right, well, that base, it felt like pick your poison. Do you want to go in 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock? Good luck either way. Power Raid's going to come in here with a a Root Rider attack. We'll see if he, yeah, here he goes with the Queen charge. Looking at the hero equipment, looks pretty standard thus far so far with the Giant Gauntlet on the King. Queen with old school abilities, so to speak. And let's see what the Warden has on store for us. Is that the Rage Gem with the Tome? Oh, okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of Rage action here for the Warden. Queen's gonna go ahead and start everything off though with that Flame Flinger though.
Yes, first another Queen charge Root Rider attack here. The Rage spell is used for his Queen. So at 12 o'clock we see some funnel troops, 2 loons taking out 1 arch tower, a baby dragon to funnel some highly important buildings so that the Queen will step in from 12 o'clock. He brought 1 super wall breaker. I don't know exactly whether it's for the Queen or for the King. Maybe it's for the King to funnel the King in nearby the Eagle. So first, let's check out how the Queen continues in the Town Hall compartment. She will take down the Town Hall supported by a free spell, and it's looking decent for power rate.
It was a good freeze because the Town Hall was actually going to lock onto the healers, so he mitigated any damage on his healers by freezing the Town Hall once it got activated. King's at the bottom. Here come all those Root Riders in. Ooh, look at that beautiful League Warden skin. That is a nice one. Maybe he just unlocked it with the most recent CWL, and he's got a strong push through this middle. King's down there at the bottom. Keep an eye on this X-Bow, because if, oh, I guess the Flinger popped anyways. I was going to say the Flinger could get taken out by the bow, but the Flinger's already out. Queen's working through the middle. Oh, King gets taken out, but goes to Phoenix in his giant phase. Oh, he's got a lot of base still here, but he's got a lot of troops as well.
Yes, and the super minions out of his CC did nothing here. So now it's all about, can those Root Riders in combination with the Warden can overcome those last remaining buildings. One is going for the single IT, and with the shield of the World Champion, the single IT is taken out here. So now only like 5 or 6 remaining defense buildings, but the King, the enemy King, is taking out one after one here. And this is also not getting a triple bash.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised here. I guess that's kind of how these esports war goes, though. You want to get those easy bases that you feel, not necessarily easy, that's the wrong word, because nothing is easy in Clash of Clans. You still have to, you know, put everything in. But you want to get those bases you feel confident about out early, and that's what we saw in the first 3 attacks for both these teams. Those were bases they liked a lot, and then on the back end here, where they had a little bit more time to plan, these are tougher bases that they didn't really have a strong liking to, so to speak. So we see a couple defenses here. Now, SE Esports, they just need an 86% 2-star to take home this victory, but this one has been very back and forth, and we'll have to see what this last base holds.
Yeah, definitely. But a hard thing here for Synchronic. But yeah, we know it all that SE Esports is one of the best teams of North America. They proved themselves as a champion of Season 3. So they will give it all now to get the last attack in and triple the last base to win the first war of the challenge season here.
All right, it's just one attack. What did I say, 86+%? Anything above 86% 2-star should win them this war, as long as Bash math is right here, which we know that's been incorrect, but we haven't had to do too much math on this one, luckily for me. But let's see what they bring to the table. I'm curious to see if it'll be BJG here, who is actually the top player on the ladder. I know it's going to be Jesus, the new acquisition coming over for Empire Gaming. One of my favorite players. He's always so nice to talk to, very helpful if you ever have any questions about Clash of Clans, and just a strong player. Just adding to this championship team is such a strong move. Zaps off the multi-target in front of the Rage Towers, starting off really strong as we take a look at the hero equipment.
Yes, and there we see another time the healing tome here with the Warden. So he's also using the protection for his Lalo later on. King and Queen got dropped from 6 o'clock. They are supposed to take down the chunk of the core at 6 o'clock here. Another Ice Golem and the Root Rider to open the way here for his hero dive. Let's see, where is it? Does he see? There she goes. The Clan Castle troops are coming out. Super Loons and some Headhunters, so not ideal here for a hero dive. The King is getting popped here, so the Gauntlet is hopefully taking enough damage here, giving enough damage to the base, and now the Royal Champion with the Fox comes in.
Well, it was a really nice use there, though, actually, with the CC coming out, and allowed that Root Rider to get ahead and open up the base. The Queen should be able to surge ahead and take this Town Hall down before the Lalo makes it there. but he's going to go ahead and send in the battle blimp just to make sure as everything's kind of closing in. And remember, he does have that healing tome, so watch these balloons catch back up on their health. That's such a nice use of that healing tome as he works through, gets that town hall down without much issue. Now watch Jesus' deployment on his balloons. He does this really well around the outside of the base. He still has one lava hound also to accompany, but remember, we're just looking for that magic number 86 plus as he's got the 2-star already secured. They're trying to cruise to victory, and it's looking really strong.
Yes, and although he played a blimp, he didn't need the blimp because his queen took down the town hall. So now it's all about getting the last buildings down here, the last hound pops. A big loon group is hasted up here into the last buildings. The last free spell got used here by Jesus, and this is looking like a crushed base. It is a triple for SE Esports, and they are securing their first win here in this challenge season day 1.
14-13, and it's a victory for our returning champions. New face on the squad. Watch out for these guys. They are going to be dangerous this whole season. They put up 14 with only a 96% miss, and it was technically just a time fail on that miss. So this team is living up to the hype. Well, I guess I'm putting all the hype onto them. Sorry, guys, no pressure, but you got this. SE Esports get the victory, 14 stars to 13.
That is correct, and only Pevu. I think he's also the team captain and one of the best players of the lineup. He struggled. It was in the end the time fail, you mentioned it, but a big time fail. 96% 2-star, but a stunning performance here by SE Esports. They are our first winners here in this stage of the tournament, but Synchronic also did very well. After 3 attacks, they had 3 triple. In the end, they were not that consistent as SE Esports, but I think they want to step up and get those wins in.
Yeah, but no big sweat here because this is just our first of the round robin matches. Each team's going to play each other. So guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we're going to be back with match number 2 for tonight.
The Snapdragon Pro Series powered by Samsung Galaxy is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, Monster Energy, DHL, and the U.S. Air Force.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Snapdragon Pro Series. Our first war of the challenge season is now in the books, and it was a very strong performance coming out of SE Esports to close that one out. Bash, I asked you specifically what you thought would happen with the Stars heading into that first war. Let's recap it a little bit, because you said 13-14, which is what we got out of both those squads, potential for perfect wars, and it almost looked like that for the first half of it.
Yeah, it really did. Starting out with 6 3-stars in a row, and then really the two mistakes weren't major mistakes. I mean, technically a time fail for Peivu, and then SE Esports finishes up with the 14. A really good back and forth battle for these two squads, and they're looking really strong to start the challenge phase.
How do you feel about the first matchup here, Kala?
It was incredible, especially the first attacks, you mentioned it, 6 triples in a row and some crushing ones. So, for example, from Damien, he totally overwhelmed this base. He crushed it completely. Within 2 minutes, a ring base was gone. So, yeah, great job by SE Esports, but also Synchronic had some styled attacks, and I think they will come back strong.
Yeah, they definitely have set themselves up well as far as, you know, starting off the challenge with a strong performance. Even if Synchronic don't get the win, they still looked really strong. Potentially when they go up against a different team, it might go their way next time around. But we knew it was going to be an exciting day. That was a great way to kick off the challenge season. We still have tons of matches in store for everybody at home, so don't worry about that. Let's talk about match number 2. Right around the corner, we've got Omnipotence versus UG. This is gonna be a great matchup, Bash.
I agree completely with this one. These two squads, Omnipotence was just like right there. They've always kind of been right there, just being like kind of a pain in all of these teams' side throughout each and every season. And United Gaming, I mean, we've talked about them season over season. The perennial powerhouses with the GOAT, Nick. I mean, we are self-crowned GOAT, let's be honest here, but the most champions and championships in SPS history. The UG squad is always stacked, but Omni plays really well.
That is true, yeah, and especially we need to mention that United Gaming skipped the Open Finals, so they qualified as the first place after the ladder sprint. So yeah, they are performing enormously, and there we go, the lineup of United Gaming. Yeah, you mentioned him. Nick is always in there. Agent 33, Greticus, Ghost, Ninja, and Rigo Torres.
Well, a really stacked lineup, not only offensively, but they got 2 amazing base builders in Ghost and Ninja. But Omnipotence, no slacks either. Troy Gomar, Zenny, TJ, Genghis Khan, Jack, and Oscar Gonzalez. These guys, they play really well, and they can kind of just throw that little wild card in there, just enough to kind of just mess with those final rankings. I like watching Omni play.
Yeah, you know, we had to start the first day of the challenge season off with some really, really stacked matchups. This is going to be another exciting one, so hopefully everybody at home, you're ready to watch this. If you're in chat, let us know your thoughts, who you think is taking home war number 2 of the day. Will it be Omnipotence that comes out on top, or will it be United Gaming? I can't wait to get into it. It should be ready to go right around the corner. I think that means I can send you on over to the other side of the studio.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Go for it.
Go. All right, guys, here we go. Match number 2. It's going to be a good one. Omni versus United Gaming. Let's see what these two teams have for us, Kala.
Yes, and an enormous lineup here of United Gaming. So they have such an experienced lineup in combination with some rookie players. So we saw Ninja is in there, a young player which is performing incredible on the big stage. So yeah, this will be a banger for sure.
Well, Ninja in his 2nd season, but yeah, the youngest player in SPS history last season, now coming into his sophomore season. I think we're expecting some pretty good things from him. But not only that, him and Ghost, like what they bring to the table for this team is not only offensive strength, because you'll see them put up some triples, but they're some of the most well-renowned base builders and the entire Clash of Clans community. So that, I think, plays to United Gaming's advantage. And I think that could hold them up and help them advance to the challenge finals.
Yeah, totally true. Omnipotence is also a strong clan. I told you in the opener that I think that they have a really good shot here in this tournament. We know that after this round robin, where each clan is playing all the other 7 teams, yeah, they have a shot. So 4 teams will qualify for the grand finals, the season challenge finals. And yeah, I think they are in a good position. But United Gaming, for sure, they are so experienced and they have so many titles won that, yeah, they are surely going through this, my opinion.
This is going to be tough to pick 4 teams. I think it's going to be until like week 3 until we kind of get an idea of what those 4 teams might even be. But Jack is coming in first, and Kyle, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Valkyries. Valkyries got a new level, but that is a very off-meta choice.
That is a surprise for me as well. So let's see, a Queen Walk or Queen Charge here. And the King for the Town Hall. I think a nice trade here. Let's see, there is the first skeleton trap in front of the Town Hall, but no problem for this King. So hopefully the Queen will not target the... Oh, the Queen is going for the Town Hall compartment. That hurts here. So this is...
Wait, she might go around here. This could be okay.
But the healers are switching onto the Giant King here.
If the healers go back to the Queen, he can pretty much just flip this plan because this is a pretty symmetrical base. So he might not get the Queen and the scatter, but he'll essentially get the same value. Queen's gonna have to deal with the troops coming out of the clan castle, but it looks like she lost most of her healers with them following that Giant King inside. Oh man, what a heartbreak here for Jack, but still a lot here left. Still has all the Valkyries, still does have a battle drill, so this one's definitely not over. Not to mention he does have that healing tome along with a maxed out Eternal Tome on his Grand Warden.
Yes, and a jump spell to let the Valkyries go for the core of the base. Now, they are coming in. 15 Valkyries in combination with the Warden and an Ice Golem to tank later on.
Warden, keep up.
Whew. The Eternal Tome with the Heal Tome here to support those Valkyries. A Rage spell, the jump spell. It's looking like he wants to crush it within seconds. After that, there are some wizards to clear some outside buildings. Now the last cannon got taken down. Oh, a nice invis spell here to protect the Royal Champion, but it got taken out here.
Oh, she almost got through to the mono. I think the Queen's job was to get in there and get that mono out, but obviously had some issues. He's got Hog Riders in there as well. I'm assuming out of that battle drill, but there's still quite a bit. Oh no, the Poison Tower is reloading. I think this one's gonna have just enough to make it interesting, but not quite enough to get the 3-star as Jack's Queen walked on him a little bit here. And ultimately, I think that cost him because the Queen was in charge of this whole compartment that's left standing.
And I think, yeah, the defender Ghost, could have built this base by himself because he's one of the base builders for United Gaming. And yeah, such a skeleton trap which is working to let the Queen walk in the wrong direction is what you want to see as a base builder. So I think he is really happy. In the end, it is a close fail, but yeah, I think the Warden will not be able to take down the last remaining defense buildings, and it will be a 95% 2-star as the opener for Jack.
I'm not going to lie to you, Vala. Kala, I got Valkyries on the mind. I wanted to see this attack triple just because the Valks were running through there. Oh man, I had the Valks on the brain, but one thing I was concerned about, and we kind of saw it, when he hit that Warden ability, the Valks are so far ahead, a few of them did get missed, so it took some unnecessary damage. Super Hogs out of that battle drill. It was a beautiful plan, just the Queen not cooperating, unfortunately, it hurt him a little bit too much. But a great start, 95% is nothing to scoff at, but we know United Gaming, they're going to be right up there with them, if not 3-starring.
Yeah, and I saw just in the replay that the Royal Champion died through the splash damage of one scatter shot, which targeted the Diggy, so he hadn't the Foxy available maybe, so he brought the Diggy instead, and yeah, that was a problem for him. Because yeah, the Royal Champion was low, and in the end she died with the splash damage of a scatter shot. So yeah, a bit unlucky in the end, but a nice try. Valkyries are always OP.
Is that 2 attacks with Diggy on Royal Champion that have failed now?
True, yeah.
That's something to keep our eye on. But Ghost going to return fire here. Ghost was just on defense, and Ghost is coming in with it looks like a Queen charge of his own, along with some Root Riders and Electro Titans with that Flame Flinger. Flame Flinger is always strong. Pretty traditional setup here for the Queen with standard levels there on her equipment. And then an Eternal Tome and Healing Tome. It looks like everyone is favoring upgrading that Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. Get the Healing Tome to at least 15. Get the Eternal Tome up to level 18. It seems like that might be the play here. If you guys are taking notes and wondering what equipment to use, this might tip you off.
Yes, and so the Queen goes in. taking down some difficult buildings here. Hopefully she will step out soon. I think he wants to break her in to get down the ground bow. Oh no, he's sending in all his push from the 5 o'clock side. So the Warden will support here the Queen, and there she goes with the E-Titan and some Root Riders to go for the core of the base and hopefully take down everything here. Meanwhile, the X-Bow is still shooting the Queen down here. Hopefully she can survive. But I think
she looks pretty good there. She's getting topped off a little bit here, but notice that flame flinker over there on the far side as well. It's still doing a lot of work getting to that ricochet cannon now. Need those roots to cut inside and create a path for the King to follow them in there towards the World Champion. He does just that. Warden ability goes off right now with that healing tome. Few ice golems along with a ton of archers out of there. Ricochet cannon should go down and the World Champion has joined the party. This is looking strong for Ghost so far.
True, and he still got some freezes here and one invis spell. So he's supporting the core of the troops in the core of the base here, but it's thinning out. So those ground bows are hurting his ground troops. The Queen is still going strong here with her ability. As you mentioned, the Stone Slammer is OP. He's still alive and is targeting the Eagle Artillery here. So now it's all about if he can clear the last remaining defenses. The last multi-arch tower is going down, and this is looking crushed here. Oh, a giant bomb killed the Queen.
Flameflinger made it all the way to the end of its life cycle, though. That is a very rare sight.
Crazy.
Normally it gets taken out by something, but there's still troops inside there, which are essentially going to be swag troops. It's a couple more Root Riders. They're going to come in, clean up the base, and it's going to be a 3-star for Ghost, as his Queen did not make it to the end, but the Flameflinger makes it all the way to the end, and just popping open the final few seconds there.
Yeah, and the CC troops, which came out of the Flinger, didn't have a big impact here. So he swagged at least the CC troops and one invis spell. So great job here by Ghost. Completely crushing this core of the base here with the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. Together compared with some spells, this was not defendable by this base.
Yeah, that was a really nice play for Ghost. But Kyla, do you think that the Eternal Tome paired with the Healing Tome, is that going to be the pretty strong meta moving forward? I mean, we've seen it time and time again be successful here. I mean, is that something you like personally?
Yeah, sure. I'm using it also. So I'm normally playing Queen Charge Hybrid. It's a bit...
I had to make the note to upgrade my Healing Tome. I'm behind here, guys. You know, I'm learning with you guys.
So yeah, and with the Queen Charge Hybrid, you need some heal spells for your hybrid, but nowadays with those Root Riders, we saw it before, many of those players are using the Queen Charge Root Rider attack. They don't need those heal spells because they can bring the Heal Tome to get those Root Riders back to life.
Yeah, it's a very nice tool to have in there. And if you're worried about like the extra life you might lose from the Warden, you can always just throw in an Apprentice Warden in there to boost up the Root Riders. Joey and Goose is up next for us, and it's going to be a Super Dragon attack. We're seeing quite a bit of Super Dragons here. Going to start off with a Yeti Bomb into this multi-target compartment, taking out the multi-target Inferno, and then trying to get some damage on the World Champion, but she fights off the Yetis, but he's just going to be able to set up some pathing here as we take a look at the hero equipment. He's got some nice levels on his hero equipment with that Giant Gauntlet upgraded pretty well. We do have the Rage Gem on the Warden, which seems to be a common thing with these Super Dragons. And here we go, Super Dragons starting to work in here. They'll go right through the Town Hall as the Battle Blimp was already used.
Yes, and we see those sweepers are pointing in the wrong direction here. So those Super Dragons can fly in directly to the Town Hall without getting any trouble here. CC troops coming out. He's using some free spells here to protect those Super Dragons before using the Eternal Tome here. There we go. The Eternal Tome is protecting all of his Super Dragons. Meanwhile, the heroes are going strong outside the base. The Queen will take down the enemy Queen without any problem here. Both are full life, and it's looking like the core is falling down.
Yeah, I like this. I like the start quite a bit. I was a little bit worried about the dragons going through the Town Hall, but it seems like with the Rage Gem on the Warden, it's able to push those dragons through that Town Hall poison just quick enough so they don't absorb too much damage. Queen's still got ability, King's still got ability, and he's yet to deploy the Royal Champion. This is a really strong start for Joey and Goose as all these defenses are falling, but notice he does still have those merge defenses on the back of the base, along with that Eagle Artillery and the King to slow him up.
Yeah, that is true, but yeah, with all of those abilities left, now the King Gauntlet will be used. Yeah, there we go. With a Headhunter, he's taking out the King within seconds here. Now the World Champion got deployed together with another Diggy, and I think this time the World Champion Diggy combination will win, and it is a triple for Joey and Goose.
I mean, Royal Champion could have had Lassie on there, would have been fine. Let's be honest there, Kyle. The base was crushed. It was a beautiful play, and it is a 3-star for Omnipotence. Joey and Goose keeping his squad in the fight after that first miss from Jack. I like this playing quite a bit. Again, a little bit concerned about the dragons going through the Town Hall, but ultimately with the Warden ability timed right, it wasn't a factor at all. Beautiful attack, and Omnipotence gets the 3-star answer that they needed so much.
Yes, so all good here for Omnipotence. United Gaming will be the next to attack here after the triple of Ghost. I think, yeah, they know what to do on Town Hall 16. They are prepared. They are pushing Legends League also. So, yeah, let's see whether or who is on the bench this time. So we saw that the lineup or the roster of United Gaming consists of 6 players. So at least one of those OP players, yeah, is benched.
Yeah, and they have a lot of really strong players. No matter who's on the bench, the 5 that are going to be in there are really strong, really competent players. And some of these players just do some of the coolest attacks ever. Like Agent, if Agent's in here, which I'm assuming he will be, I love watching his attacks. We've seen him do like double recalls, all kinds of tricky stuff. But at Town Hall 16, I realistically don't think you need to overthink things. Go with what's going to work, power through these bases, and get those triples.
Yeah, but hopefully the Agent will bring another 2-time recall attack here. So I saw this attack too. I loved it. So I think it was in combination with Super Dragons as well.
So yeah.
So this was a crushing one for sure to remember. This is one to remember. But let's check out the next attack here for United Gaming.
Swifty.
It's Swifty. Okay, we didn't saw him on the roster at the graphics, but he is in this team. And yeah, he is going in with a super bowler smash.
So Swifty was actually one of our other rookies last season. Him and Ninja kind of went head-to-head for that kind of Rookie of the Year type title. Swifty, a really competent attacker. Ooh, Giant Arrow, our first Giant Arrow. So
yes,
when he pops the Queen's ability, this Giant Arrow is going to shoot all the way in a straight line in whatever direction the Queen is facing, and it will go all the way to the opposite end of the base. It is only level 7, but it can still deal massive damage. But as I was talking about there, Swifty came over from Empire Gaming. Seemed like Empire kind of broke up as we're seeing those players on other teams. I think he's a great add to this United squad, and I'm really interested to see what we get with the Super Bowler Smash.
Yeah, I remember that at the final stage of the tournament, I think it was in Seattle, I saw an interview with both, so Ninja and Swifty live on stage in different teams. Now they are at the same team, so United Gaming put them together to bring their strengths together in this team. Swifty is doing great here with, funneling with the Warden Walk. Now, there we go with the Super Bowler Smash directly into the base with a jump spell on top of the Eagle. He's protecting the Warden with the free spell onto the Expo, so it's looking good here. Swifty is going for the Town Hall compartment, and let's see when he's using his Giant Arrow of the Queen.
Yeah, that's what I'm keeping an eye on for as well, is that Giant Arrow going to shoot out. You'll notice it. You can't miss it, guys. But if I'm recalling right, and I don't have my notes from last season, obviously, but I'm pretty sure Swifty played Super Bowlers quite a bit last season and was really successful with them. But it did not seem to get much of the bowlers in the healing. He does pop the Warden ability, so that's going to keep them alive a little bit, but he needs these bowlers to get healed up. Those healers just won't transfer over. He does have the Royal Champion coming in from that 6 o'clock position, but there goes one bowler. 2 bowlers are down. He's just got 1 remaining, and it might be a little too late for those healers to swap over. Let's see if he's got enough gas to finish this one off, because he still has Queen ability with that Giant Arrow.
Yes, but we need to check out the time. So the Royal Champion is going down here at 6 o'clock. There are some skeletons distracting the wizard. The queen still got her ability intact, but I don't know exactly, although she...
Oh, there it goes.
For only one archer tower and the one collector, I guess. This giant arrow was not useful at all here for Swifty. 20 seconds left, and I think he will fell short on time.
Yeah, he did take just a little bit long on that Warden Walk. Maybe thought he can make up the time a little bit later. No matter what, he's not going to be able to get to those top 3 buildings, but it is ultimately going to be a time fail. And one interesting fact here, it's going to be less than Omnipotence's misses. Omnipotence missed at 95%, so that 93% actually puts Omnipotence in the lead by 2%. A nice little swing there in Omni's favor. Interesting.
Yes, and this base looked a bit scary to me, because there are so many open walls. There are so really not usual compartments here, which are built by the base builder. So in the end, Swifty maybe didn't know exactly where he's going in with the queen with her giant arrow. We saw it in the replay. That was not the best usage of this equipment.
And with that base being so awkward, I think he maybe spent a little bit too much time setting up that funnel, making sure those bowlers are going to go into that right compartment, jump in through the town hall. It's one of those tough things because you can't have your troops walking, obviously, but also you can't spend too much time doing it. And maybe that's where a Rage Gem... Actually, I think he might have had Rage Gem on the Warden. You just got to keep an eye on that time. Troy Gomar's up next for Omnipotence, and it's looking like a Lalo. This could be Blizzard Lalo. We do have 5 invisibilities. We'll have to see what he brings out of this battle blimp here, as he's going to land it right in... Ooh, he's actually going pretty far on this one. Lands it right in here on the Ricochet Cannon. Wall breakers are going off, and there goes the Super Wizard. So he's going to open everything up. Oh, he's going to get some really nice value here, Kala.
Wow, this is looking insane. I didn't saw a Super Wizard blimp in a while, but Troy Gomer is using it, and he still also got the CC here. So now there are only 1 or 2 ice golems left to kill. So great opener here for him. And let's see where his hero dive will be started. There we go. The king is dropped at 6 o'clock. He's funneling directly near to the town hall compartment at 9 o'clock. So maybe we will see the queen coming in from there.
Well, the king might go right here, though. Keep an eye on the king. Fight off that ice golem. If this wizard can get the storage down, the king will go back left. But
I think he will get back also. The gold storage will be there. No,
he's going to go right, and then the king's going to pull him away. This could be an issue, as he's going to lose a little bit of tanking for the queen, but he's going to head and proceeded with the queen in towards the town hall. She's got to get the town hall no matter what, so he's going ahead and getting that under control so he can be ready for his Lalo. You can't spend too much time just staring at what the king's going to do, so great recognition there, and good job getting the queen in to take this town hall down.
Yes, with the freeze, he's hoping that her queen ability will take down the town hall, and there she goes. The town hall is down, the first star is secured, the king is in the core of the base with the giant gauntlet, dealing damage here to every side of this core. So now we can focus on the Lalo, which got started here from 11 o'clock. The first hound pops, the second comes in, a really early Eternal Tome here. He's going in directly against a sweepers. That's not what we are used to see with a Lalo attack, but he still got 1 free spell and the Royal Champion to deploy.
He's still got a little bit of haste action as well in here. The Royal Champion is in over on the left-hand side. I think he used that Warden ability early so that the Headhunters could get all the way into the Queen. She barely stayed up. It doesn't matter. It's going to be enough for Troy Gomar. Omnipotence is going to push their lead a little bit more here, as that Royal Champion's going to... Ooh, wait a second. Royal Champion's on the backside. Is she going to have enough to get through here? He does have enough cleanup troops, so I don't think time's going to actually be a factor. I was going to be a little bit worried about time, but he's got so much minions and lava pups up that he should be able to get through this. No problemo. Omnipotence taking the lead and pushing it even further with another 3-star.
Wow.
We see our first upset, so to speak.
Yeah, I told you before that Omnipotence is one of my teams to watch out for, and yeah, they are showing strong here. A really, really nice attack. This Super Wizard Blimp, I did not expect it to come. So Troy Gomer with a maybe outplay of the base builder here, and yeah, the Lalo attack was superb. Although his queen went the wrong way, he was able to secure the Town Hall kill. The queen got helped out with some free spells, and this is a crushing 3-star. And yeah, they are in the lead still.
Honestly, I was kind of surprised how far he got that Blizzard Blimp in there. Though it pushed all the way in to that further compartment, and he was able to use those wall breakers to open up all those access points. So that allowed those Super Wizards to just get so much value. I think he used 4 of the Invises on there. Really nice attack, and man, Omnipotence, they're in the lead. It's only 2%, but they are in the lead. United Gaming have to 3-star here just to keep pace.
Yes, and this is what they are trying to do. So after one fail, they don't want to miss another attack here. And there we go. Agent 33, we talked about him earlier, is in, and he's also using the Queen Charge Root Rider attack here. So we see 4 rage spells, 3 spells, and we see the rage, the king without the gauntlet here. That's unnormal, I would suggest.
Yeah, that's our first king without the giant gauntlet, which is our first epic equipment, but Agent may be valuing that barbarian puppet, which will spawn all of those barbarians a little bit more than those giant gauntlet. We'll have to see if those barbarians factor in, or maybe the damage reduction from the giant gauntlet could have been more useful. Queen with the traditional setup here with the archer puppet and the invisibility vial as she's working through here. And then we get the rage gem on the warden. I like seeing this rage gem. I think we're seeing the Warden get the most versatility out of all the hero equipment. We're seeing a little bit of play here on the King and Queen, but for the most part, it seems like the Warden is the one with all the different choices here. Clan Castle gets pulled. We got a bunch of archers coming out here, more archers, a few more archers. And then finally a few ice golems in here, which Queen should be able to disperse of them without much issue.
Yeah, the sweeper is a bit an upset here for Agent, so he's using an invisibility spell to protect her. The giant cannon is shooting, or the ricochet cannon is shooting on her. But yeah, with those rage spells, she's here protected, and now she will continue his walk directly into the core of the base. Meanwhile, the king got sent in from 6 o'clock, followed up by the big push of those Root Riders in combination with the Warden and the Royal Champion. I think he brought the normal equipment of the heroes here, not only for the king but also for the warden, I guess.
I think so as well. The queen, look at this, the queen got all the way to the town hall. He does have to freeze it so that the healers doesn't go down, but he got so much value out of this queen. Such a strong push. Now the roots can kind of just accompany her and push along on that right side. He still has warden ability to be used, and there it goes. It pops off, Eternal Tome goes off. The king's on the outside, but he's protected by the tome as well. But now the queen will join up and help this party escort through the back end of the base.
Yes, and the Royal Champion is joining the party, so yeah, it's looking like a decent attack here. Agent 33, the Stone Slammer got opened here, and the Yetis are released. The king is still going and is taking down the last remaining Ground Expo at 3 o'clock, and this is looking like a crushed base here. GG to Agent, and yeah, he's securing that United Gaming keeps track to Omnipotence.
That's the 3-star that they needed to keep on pace, but remember, Omnipotence is up by a couple of buildings after the couple of misses there, so we have a really back and forth here for these two clans, and this one is still up for grabs. This 4th attack spot could be the most valuable. One mistake from either squad could really sway this war. Agent delivers when he needs to, but also Troy Gomar coming up with a huge Lalo 3-star. Lots of war to go, but man, this one's a nail-biter.
Yeah, for sure. And you see those additional rage spells which you got if you are using those Root Riders can secure the Queen Charge, and this is the key factor. We saw so many attacks like this before, and all of them are relying on a big heavy Queen Charge. And with those rage spells and those free spells, you can protect your Queen. So it's surely one of the the strongest attack at the moment in the game. Those Root Riders are heavily tanking for everything behind with that much of an HP. So great job by Agent.
A very nice attack, and we'll have to see what Omnipotence responds with in this next attack, and it's going to be Zenny coming up with a Dragon attack. It looks Zap Dragons. I'm looking for anything extra in here, but it looks like just a pretty straightforward Hydra attack realistically here with a Zap in there. I'm assuming the Battle Blimp to take down the Town Hall, which is surrounded by Poison Towers. Look at all those Expos. They're all on ground, so they won't target the Dragons. We got Eternal Tome and Healing Tome on the Grand Warden, so this one is set up really nicely for Zenny. Let's see how this one gets going.
Yes, and there we go. The Monolith got taken down here together with the Bomb Tower. To create pathing, there was a dead zone in front of those, so I think he will be making advantage here out of this dead zone. So now he's funneling with some Super Barbarians, and there we go. Okay, he's directly going in with those dragons. Not a single hero got deployed before deploying those dragons. Now the Blimp flies in with the Eternal Tome. It is protected.
Oh, no, it's not.
It is not protected. He missed the Eternal Tome, so now he's a bit in trouble.
Okay. No, it's okay. Tornado. Which the tornado would have been there anyways. Oh boy, keep an eye on this one. Oh, we got some drama from Zenny's attack. Oh no.
He's running out of steam and out of of spells, so he don't have any free spells left here. The sweeper is annoying.
It's fine. Dragons are gonna get through here. Dragons are gonna get the Town Hall. Just a lot of base up here.
Yes, the Town Hall is down, and now it's all about can those heroes get the rest of the base out of the way. He still got 2 Dragon Riders in the mix, so they are hopefully taking down at least one Multi-Inferno. Yes, there we go. One Wall Breaker is opening up the wall. He still got his Royal Champion to deploy. There she goes.
Royal Champion is in towards that ground bow. Does have the Spirit Fox. Oh no, 2 Ice Golems pull out. This is where you need those dragons to push through that middle compartment to take out that clan castle so that the Ice Golems don't get pulled out. Queen is healing back up pretty nicely. King has Phoenix, so King will tank a little bit longer for the Queen. Oh, but the Royal Champion getting held up here. This is going to be the defense that United Gaming was hoping for. They're going to look to capitalize as this one just did not go Zenical's way. It's going to be a 2-star defense for United Gaming as Ninja's base holds strong.
Oh, what a pity here. I think if he would used the Eternal Tome a bit earlier so that the Blimp is protected, it would have survived a bit longer inside of the Tornado Trap. And at least, the Loons would not have taken down so quickly inside of the core. So in the end, a little misplay by Zenny Cool, but in the end, good base building by United Gaming.
Man, just a few tiles off there. That's not even a few tiles. That was like maybe a tile off on that Blimp getting a little bit too long. And maybe Zenny was anticipating the tornado being there, so waited on the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome as long as possible to protect that Battle Blimp as it spun in a tornado trap, but ultimately misses it, and that causes the miss. Honestly, I think if the Blimp gets there and gets that Town Hall, this could be a 3-star. I mean, it helps the Dragons. I don't know, Dragons, they were kind of there with all the pressure. It's tough to say. It would definitely alleviate some of that pressure, but there was still a lot going on in that core.
Yeah, for sure. And always the point with those ring bases is to overcome or to overpower the core of the base. And if you are not able to get this core down in time, it's always a pain for the attacker. And that is what happened to Zencool. So nice try, but in the end, it is a defense for United Gaming, and they are back in position. So now, they need a triple to catch up, and I think to get the advantage on percentage in the end. Oh, we see Nick in action, Blash.
Nick is back, and realistically, I think it's a 90% would give United Gaming the 1% lead. But Nick's going to go ahead and start in with an early Warden Blimp here, just going to take this Town Hall down. It's actually going to be a super minion bomb, so going to clone up these super minions and just gut this core compartment out. Town Hall does explode, taking out maybe a few of these minions, but he still has enough minions up here to deal massive damage to this compartment. This is going to set up a really nice path so he can connect the heroes, connect the Queen charge to this, and just send the roots right on through.
Oh, and with the last shots, he took down the Expo and the scatter shot, and he activated the Tornado Trap already, so this will not be any trouble here for his push Oh, he's directly going in with the Queen Walk in combination with those Root Rider push here. King outside with some wizards to funnel outside the base here. Yeah, he created such a good pathing. CC got lured here, 2 Super Loons and 2 Ice Golems are coming out, so no problem at the moment here. The Warden should go for the Root Riders soon.
So no, Warden's already gone off. Remember, Warden was used with the Metal Blimp.
But the Healing Tome is still active, so hopefully those Root Riders can get healed a bit back up. So now it's all about, can the Queen and the remaining Root Riders can overcome this rest of the base?
It's a lot of base left here. We got Scattershot, Bows, we got the Queen defending here. Still does have King, Queen, and RC with ability, but it is a lot of base, and these Root Riders are taking quite a bit of damage. But remember, they're pretty beefy. I believe 8,000 hit points at maximum level, but they are starting to fade. Royal Champion's going to accompany in here as the Queen is just staying back and trying to pick off as much as she can, but now the Queen's going to be exposed to all this damage as well. Royal Champion's going to step up and she's going to have to deal with this enemy Queen. But man, this one is in danger of missing. Let's see what Nick can do here. 1 Invis left as well.
Yes, true. Queen ability got popped here. He's taking out the Scattershot and the last ground bow here. The Queen, the enemy Queen got taken down by the Royal Champion. Now he's using the ability.
Oh,
the Invis spell is used here onto the Queen, so she can take down the Ricochet Cannon. It is not the end of this attack here yet, so Nick is giving it all with the King's ability, Bash.
How's he gonna get this? I thought this was going to miss, but Nick expertly uses that Invis, keeps his heroes alive as long as possible. The King will come in here, finish off that multi-target Inferno, and the Royal Champion will finish off the last 2 defenses. I am not sure how this 3 started, but Nick's hero did all the heavy lifting and finished that one off, and United Gaming hopped back into the lead, not only on percentage, but now up on stars.
Wow, what an attack, and we see it here in the replay. This was the crucial moment where I saw that many of some of those Root Riders died, and in the end only the Queen was left in the core. So that was a really scary attack, but in the end Nick was able to manage to get the triple done here, especially with the late King's ability here. He took down the last remaining buildings.
Man, that was a close one, Nick, but ultimately he gets through there, and that's what sets these players apart. They know how to use every last little bit of their army. That invisibility spell on that Queen was so clutch, just letting her stay alive just to get that last little bit so the King and Royal Champion could sweep in. Now they're in a position to win this war.
That is for sure. And especially we saw a switch up here. The Super Minion Blimp was the first which were played today here. And in the end it paid off. So the last shots of those Super Minions killed the last Expo and the Scatter Shot. So I think if those last shots weren't going off and these buildings were left standing, it would have been a fail. But in this time, yeah, Nick was a bit lucky. But in the end, it is a well-deserved triple.
I mean, Nick loves his Super Minion Blimps. We've seen him using it for the past few seasons here. He's kind of got that crutch going too. But let's go ahead and see what Oscar Gonzalez has got up next for us. It's got to be Root Riders coming in. And I mean, Root Riders are going to be the ultimate go-to here. Root Riders going to go ahead and start in with, or Oscar rather, going to go ahead and start in with the Warden from the right-hand side and just create the pathing for the Roots.
Yes, and look at the bar. He's sniping the Town Hall with those sneaky goblins. The first to test for bombs here got, they are activating also the the tower here. So now he's able to take down the Town Hall with the remaining sneaky goblins and an Invis spell here. So now the push is going to start here. From 3 o'clock, the Warden and the Queen is coming in, joined by the King and all of those Root Riders. The Town Hall got taken down here, so perfect play so far.
All right, here we go. Roots are in, Town Hall is down, and here come the Ice Golems. Now this is one way to slow down these Root Riders, a triple Ice Golem CC. If you can get these freezes to pop in a damage area like this, where all these defenses are gonna be targeting all of the troops, the heroes, everything in that core, I think this is one way you can really slow those Roots down, in my opinion. I think we're going to see a shift back to triple ice gold meta as it really slows down the smash, whether it be Root Rider smash, Super Bowler smash. It just really kind of slows everything down here. He does get through all of it, but look at this. Not a whole lot left. He's got one Root on the top side. The Queen is really low here. Queen goes down, and now it's just up to the King, Royal Champion, and a bunch of spells. A lot of spells here, but look at this base.
It's not looking that good. So he lost many troops here. Also, he lost his Queen. And look at that, the heroes are left standing in the back of the base, surrounded by some high, difficult, or high HP buildings like the Ricochet Cannon. So we see that the Royal Champion got the healer support here, but the healers are dying out due to those multi-inferno beams here. And now it's looking like a big fail for Oscar Gonzalez.
Oh man, Omni came out so strong, got the defense, turned the tides, but ultimately these last two attacks just did not live up to the potential. They were really close, don't get me wrong, but just small missteps on both of these attacks are going to cost Omnipotence this war. You can't give a team like United Gaming really any openings, let alone 2 openings in one war. It's a tough break, but again, this is just our first couple matches of the round robin. These teams still have tons of wars. It's not like this is elimination or anything. Keep your head up, Omni. You guys showed really great potential here, and you got to play all the other teams. You got one of the harder ones out of the way early, so keep your heads up and keep going.
Yes, and you mentioned it. United Gaming is one of the strongest opponents here, and they showed that they can triple those bases as well. So hopefully Omni will continue and will hopefully get more chances to show us their strength here. We need to correct us. So Senikul, we got informations that she is a she. So I'm sorry, I didn't know that before. So Senikul did also a good job here in this attack. And unfortunately, after 2 triples, they are not able to get another in, so they are finishing the war with 12 stars. So now Ninja is the last attacker of United Gaming, and he only needs a 2-star, with some percent.
Yeah, any 2-star will win this war. I mean, we've seen crazier things, let's be honest. We've seen 1-stars happen, but Ninja's pretty seasoned. Ninja's a pretty strong player, but with this ring box, central town hall, whatever you want to call it, it could throw him for the loop, but I really like watching Ninja attack. So let's see what he's got with these Root Riders. Another healing tome on the Warden. Sending in a naked blimp here. No Warden ability or anything, but he's going to land right there on the Eagle and the multi-target Inferno. Get out the Ricochet Kid, and crazy good value from this blimp as the Queen continues to charge forward, and he's going to join her up, I would assume, with the Root Riders from the right-hand side.
Yes, a perfectly played blimp here. Not only taking down some really crazy defense buildings, but also luring the CC troops out. That is always a key factor. You don't want to face those ice golems in the core of the base where the heavy damage is waiting for the Queen charge. So now he's supporting his Queen against the enemy Queen with only one freeze. He's going to try to get his
Queen to go into the Town Hall.
I think he's, I think he's relying on.
She's going to wrap around.
Hopefully.
Yeah, she's going in. She's going in for the Town Hall.
Yes.
The Queen is going to take that opening, and she's going to go for the Town Hall. The Roots should go around. Wow, great patience here from Ninja. I didn't see it at first, but with that opening and no other targets, the Queen takes the path of least resistance into the Town Hall, takes it down before the Roots get there, and Ninja's got that 2nd star and the victory secured for United Gaming. Let's see if he can ultimately bring home the 3-star.
Yeah, and that is what he's aiming for sure. Ninja is one of the best players in the game. In North America, so he's aiming for the triple and to show us how strong he is. And yeah, it looked like a crushed base here. With the Queen ability, the Royal Champion got taken down here. There's clean up all over the place, and this is a crushing attack.
Oh, nice.
With the Royal Champion's ability left and 1 poison. Yeah, he brings home the victory for United Gaming, and their first match is in their favor.
United Gaming living up to the hype. And remember, guys, if you love this match, make sure you stick around because United Gaming will be playing again in our 4th match tonight. GG's to both these squads. yes, United Gaming gets the victory here, but I was very happy of what I saw from Omnipotent. I think they have a lot of potential moving forward in this challenge, and man, honestly, I think I'm going to have a hard time picking our 4 teams here. Like, I think I have like 3 favorites in my head, but that 4th spot can really be up for grabs.
Yes, and I think we will shortly see some other candidates for the 4th spot. So, yeah, we see in the next match, for example, Method to Madness, who will join us in this competition. So, yeah, all of those teams have the chance to compete here and, yeah, to get to the grand final.
Yeah, it's going to be a great 4 weeks of challenge. So make sure you guys stay tuned and come back every single week to watch all these wars. But guys, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with our 3rd war of the night. You're watching the Snapdragon Pro Series.
The Snapdragon Pro Series powered by Samsung Galaxy is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, Monster Energy, DHL, and the U.S. Air Force.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Snapdragon Pro Series. Our 2nd war is in the books, and it was another near-perfect war. This time the victory going to United Gaming, which means we're halfway through the first day here in our challenge season for Clash of Clans. It's been a really fun day so far. Let's talk about that last match a little bit. We've also got some stats here. Kala, your impressions on what we got to see.
It was another close one. So we saw Omni was in the lead during this match. So in the end, it is a bit more clear than it was during the match. So 14-12 stars in the end, and some close attacks by United Gaming. So yeah, a shout out to Omni. Good showing in the first matchup here against a really experienced team.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, it was really back and forth until that 4th spot with that miss, and then the 3-star from the GOAT himself, Nick, coming on and kind of securing things. But this United team, man, they're dangerous. You can't, like I said, you can't leave too many openings for them.
But like you guys were even saying at the end of that last match, so far what we've seen, the top 4 is going to be a difficult top. Like getting into the challenge finals is not going to be easy for some of these squads.
Yeah, I think really like that 4th spot is going to be, it's really going to come down to that last week. I mean, we've seen that the past few seasons. Even that 3rd spot we've seen kind of be a little bit of a jambalaya as all these teams kind of play each other, and all it takes is one more to kind of shift those little favorites and the records. It's going to be an interesting season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it continues to play out, but we've got a 3rd match right around the corner, so let's start talking about that, because this time it's going to be M2M versus We Stay Active. So talk to me a little bit about your thoughts on this one, Kala.
Yeah, for sure is Method to Madness one team to watch out for. Yeah, another candidate here for a spot in the challenge finals. It is, yeah, all is new here on Town Hall 16, so we need to see how the teams prepared for this, how good those teams are offensive-wise. We saw until now not many fails here yeah, in the execution, so all teams are very solid and well prepared base building-wise, so let's see.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's this season, like I talked about, it's 14 stars seems to be that number. We've seen that in these first 2 matches. But let's take a look at these rosters. We got We Stay Active, Loster, J-My, iStock, Grim, Bronco, and Franklin coming out for We Stay Active. A lot of familiar names here, but also a couple of new names that I don't recognize in there. So this team has always kind of been really solid, but with a few new changes, maybe they, you know, kind of make that final push. But Method to Madness here, Kyle, they look strong. You keep talking about them.
Yeah, for sure. And we know some names of them: Boone, Seaman, Grom, Stay Away, John, and Kevin. So yeah, Method to Madness is yeah, one team I informed myself about, and they are in this game for a long time. We Stay Active for sure also, but yeah, I would go with Method to Madness in this one.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I mean, I know there were a couple names that you didn't recognize, Batch, but that's typically something that when we're talking about the Snapdragon Pro Series, we tell people to expect, right? This is one of those competitive tournaments where anybody can really make a name for themselves. Any of these teams can come in and knock down some of our top dogs. So it could be an opportunity. Maybe those new names are what that We Stay Active roster needs. Right,
exactly. And we've seen other teams that are already really good bringing in strong players. So that's what the offseason's about. Make a few roster changes if you need to. Bring in, you know, a player that fits a need. Maybe one of those players hits a certain type of way or hits a certain base, a certain style, and that's ultimately that can make the difference and allow these teams to move forward.
Do you agree with Kala? Is it potentially going to go the way of Method to Madness?
Whoa. I don't think I'm making a prediction. Honestly, I think
that's fine.
I think this war could be pretty close. I think that first mistake could be who takes it. Whoever makes the first mistake.
It's critical.
Right.
All right. I like it. Chad, I want to get your thoughts on this one too then, because potentially it could be a lot closer. We've already seen some really close wars, if that's even possible. It could be even closer than what we've seen so far in this next war right around the corner. So let us know who you think is going to be taking war number 3 home. Will it be Method to Madness or will it be We Stay Active? I'm excited to see what both of these teams can bring to the table here in the first day of the challenge season for NA. I'm just going to get you guys on over to the other side of the studio. You can head on over. We'll get into war number 3. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Here we go. War number 3. I still can't believe they trust us to walk. Like, I'm going to fall one of these days this season. But we got us war number 3 underway here soon, Kala. We Stay Active, Method to Madness. I like both of these teams. Seems like you kind of favor one more than the other, but I like this We Stay Active squad. They've made a little bit of roster changes. They've maybe addressed some of those needs. They got some really seasoned players. I think this could be one of the closer matches of the day.
Yeah, for sure. And I would need to mention again that we are starting at level 0. We are at the new Town Hall stage. We didn't have any tournaments like this before on Town Hall 16, so this is the first big tournament and one of the first chances here for those teams to present us their strength, their new idea of the meta game of Clash of Clans. So yeah, I cannot wait for the first attack to start.
I second that. I can't wait either. These wars have lived up to the hype so far. What do you think, though? I mean, you made a bold prediction over there. I wasn't expecting that. But do you think we see another 14-star victory here? Is that the number?
I don't think so. So we saw before that United Gaming also had some close triples. They could have been potential 2 stars only. So it was not that dominating like in the first war SE Esports was. So I would go for a 13 to 12 war this time.
Okay, I think that's fair and valid. Like I mentioned, I think that first mistake could be the critical one, and whoever can hop on that first mistake and kind of take advantage, I think that could be our winner of this war. But ultimately, it's 10 attacks, 5 for each squad. We got a lot of war ahead of us. Let's see what these two teams has as we get underway. It's going to be We Stay Active, Method to Madness, match number 3 of our challenge season. Here we go. Franklin is up first, and we got more Queen Charge Zap Root Riders.
Yes, and another ring-style base here. So a really highly stacked core of this base. We see another time that those enemy heroes are clumped up together here. He's starting with those zap spells near to the Eagle Artillery here, taking down 1 Expo and 1 Inferno Tower. The Flame Flinger should get a nice value there at 3 o'clock, and his Warden is starting from 12.
Warden Walk, actually, not a Queen Charge. I called it Queen Charge early, but I did notice that Franklin has a maxed healing tome for his Warden here, so keep an eye on that. When he pops off that Warden ability, he will have that maximum healing, and it looks like he's just going to create a funnel and just push everything right through the middle and right through this Town Hall. That can be risky. Ultimately, that's what you need to do, but it can be very risky if these troops get held up too long inside that heavy damage area with 2 Rage Towers going off, the Poison Tower, or the Poison Spell from the Town Hall. It could deal out a lot of damage, so let's watch this push as Franklin's sending it all right up the middle.
And another time, some Ice Golems are coming out of the enemy CC Clan Castle, slowing down this push here, but he still got a ton of troops which are entering now the core of the base. He's directly supporting this push with his Royal Champion. He will join the force here into the core of the base. The last Free Spell got used and the last Rage Spell is used. So now it's all about, is this enough?
Nice. Warden ability goes off to protect everything as he's pushing through the middle of the base. And I think that's what he needed to just kind of offset the damage in the middle of the base. That healing tome is going to be really nice. And look at that. The healers soak up those 3 air bombs there. They could have dealt a lot of damage to them as well. This is looking strong.
Yes, and the healers got back healed up here by the heal tome of the Warden. So it's looking great. Those Root Riders are opening up every single wall. So I don't know exactly if it's worth to spend 8 million gold or elixir for 1 piece of wall here when those Root Riders are coming in. But I think, this base is crushed here. The CC troops are also Root Riders. The Queen is in the base with the ability, and also the Royal Champion with the Fox got her ability intact.
But Kyle, the walls, they look so nice. They look so nice. Oh, but yeah, this one is crushed. The roots go right on through them. They don't care. And I think this one is a good lesson to learn at home. If you're watching this, be patient on that Warden ability. If he has that healing tome, use it when you absolutely need it. Franklin did a really good job of holding that tome with the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome until that Town Hall was just about ready to go down. That allowed him to protect not only the Root Riders, but the healers and all those heroes that were in there as well. Great use of patience and great use of his heroes to get through and get his team on the board with the 3-star.
Yes, and getting the 3-star in the first attack is always a good sign here for his team. So We Stay Active. They are in a good position now. Method to Madness is maybe relying on their ring bases here, but the first attack of Franklin directly showed how to deal with those ring bases. Zapping away 1 corner of the base to create some pathing for this push later, using a flame flinger, sorry. To get some important buildings out of the way is the key, and in the end, I mentioned it, you don't need that many spells because you have the Eternal Tome of the Warden.
Yeah, the Eternal Tome paired with that Healing Tome just seems to be so nasty. Great max Healing Tome at that. So a really great use of those the combination of those Warden Tomes to go ahead and work through there. Method to Madness is going to have to respond, and it's going to be Seaman coming up with a Queen Charge Hybrid. Cal, you're talking about you were using this. Here we go, our first hybrid of the war.
Yeah, finally we see a hybrid in an esport war at Town Hall 16. Nice one. Let's see if he got the Warden Heal Tome. Yeah, there we go. He brought it to the table. So now he is directly charging the Town Hall. Tesla farm in front of the Town Hall is not a problem. He can rage his queen up 3 times here. You see it in the bar, he brings some heal spells. I think most of the players forgot about the heal spell already, because no one is using it besides those Queen Charge Hybrid players.
But remember, Healing Spell did get another level here at Town Hall 16 as well, so it's even more potent. But keep an eye on these multi-target Archer Towers. They can deal a lot of damage quickly, but also if they get on those healers, remember, they're going to target 3 troops that are in range. Luckily, the healers don't get in range, so they don't get targeted. But the Queen's going to go ahead and take out that Town Hall. Here comes the King with the Siege Barracks on the left-hand side, and here come all of the hybrid troops in here. Let's see if we use that Warden ability early. No, he ends up using a heal early. He's going to hold on to that Warden ability just a little bit here.
Yeah, but he needed to pop the Warden Eternal Tome because there are some super loons coming out of the enemies you see here. In addition to super minions are shooting away. He needs to use the second heal already in the core of the base to keep his hybrid alive here. The King is still intact with ability, going for this 6 o'clock compartment. It's looking great here. The mission was to keep his hybrid alive against those CC troops, and this is what he mastered. So now I think it's all about clearing the last remaining buildings, and this is looking good for Seaman.
It's looking really, really nice with the Fox there on the Royal Champion. She keeps going invisible, which allows the Queen to tank that scatter shot, and it's going to be a nice 3-star for Seaman. Back-to-back 3 stars. He could have maybe used that Warden's Healing Tome right at the get-go there, since he ended up placing a heal and then having to use that tome anyways. I kind of like that with the Healing Tome with the hybrid. You place in your hybrid and kind of use that tome early, and then you have the 2 back-end heals. Doesn't matter though, it's a 3-star.
Yeah, that is true. Normally, if you are playing the Queen Charge Hybrid, you are trying to lure the CC with your Queen Charge, so that it's not a trouble or an issue for this hybrid, because always, if there are some ice golems are inside the clan castle, it's a pain for your hybrid. So although the miners also got a new level at Town Hall 16, yeah, they will stuck for seconds, and this can cost you the attack.
Ultimately, though, he handled it pretty well, stayed with it, and gets through with the 3-star regular Hog Riders coming out of the Clan Castle. Just a really nice use of the Queen there to push through the base and get to the back end. The heal spells ultimately didn't matter because he was able to power on through there. The Warden ability stacks in, and it's back-to-back 3-stars. Neck to neck so far, kind of like I was talking about. I like it. I like it.
Yes, and maybe this is also why I choose Method to Madness, because yeah, I know that they are using the Queen Charge Hybrid for me, so I'm very proud of Seaman. So yeah, it is crazy that those players are already on Town Hall 16 performing like this. So they are crushing bases like it's no problem at all. Although I think that they spent a lot of hours base building and testing and tweaking in the end for this event here. So yeah, let's see.
A lot on the line. I mean, we talked about it with $2,250 for first place for our challenge phase, $20,000 for first place of the whole thing. A lot on the line. You definitely want to come out swinging if you can. Ultimately, that's what these teams are going to do. iStock is up next. Now, it looks like a Queen Charge Lalo. Pretty traditional setup here. Haven't really seen a Queen Charge Lalo, have we? We've seen some Zap Lalos, but I don't think we've seen a Queen Charge Lalo.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a nice addition here that iStock is using the Queen Charge in combination with those Lalo troops. So starting off with the King directly going for the Multi-Inferno and the Eagle. With the Giant Gauntlet, it should go down easily here. Another time, 2 super minions and 2 super loons which are coming out of the CC. The King got his value done, so a nice opener here by iStock.
I like it quite a bit as well. Also, those Clan Castle troops are dealt with pretty much. He's just got to get one shot there on that last super minion. Queen will deal with that rocket balloon, no issues there. Actually, Phoenix is going to go ahead and deal with that super minion, so Queen doesn't even have to fight the super minions. Great wall breaker to get the Queen even further in this base. This is a beautiful Queen charge. He's got to keep this Queen up, though. That ricochet cannon with the bow, that's nasty damage. Watch the Queen. Oh, she gets the ricochet as that Rage Tower fades there. Oh, man, great patience to not pop the Queen ability or use another Rage. Oh, man, he had me worried, but iStock is cruising.
That is true, and I think he will start his Lalo now. Yeah, there we go, with the Blimp and an early Eternal Tome. He is going in here to take down the Town Hall. Oh, there's a tornado trap, keeping the Blimp away from the Town Hall yet. Hopefully there are no black mines nearby.
Oh, no. Keep an eye on it. Oh, it's going to land. It's fine. Oh, there was one black mine there, but it got soaked up. I was kind of surprised there weren't more black mines kind of protecting that path to the Town Hall. If you're putting a tornado there, maybe you're expecting that Blimp to go to the Town Hall. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. If the top Blimp lands in there, he's still got plenty of troops. The balloons are going to go ahead and swarm into this scatter shot. Royal Champion, if she can get to this multi, is looking strong.
Yeah, finally, the Queen is going through the wall, and the Royal Champion is taking down the core in combination with some loons here. Queen ability is popped here automatically, I guess. So now it's all about the Monolith and the enemy king here in the end. He still got one loon. The Monolith is got taken out here by the Royal Champion, and I think this is it here.
Nice.
In the core of the base, there's cleanup all over. And yeah, this is another 3-star here for We Stay Active. WSA is keeping the pressure high.
Ooh, the swag and viz there. I mean, ultimately, we were a little bit worried about that Monolith, but he had enough troops there that would have swarmed through and got it. Man, I was really surprised. Okay, I guess there was 2 black mines there. One immediately got soaked up, and then the second one kind of swirled in there. I didn't see the second one, so I guess that was protected by black mines, but with the Blimp being protected by the Warden ability, ultimately, that doesn't matter. The Blimp lands, takes down that Town Hall, and that leads to a 3-star. We Stay Active, back-to-back 3-stars to start this war. Method to Madness needs to do the same to keep even.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe he should have placed the black mines directly in the tunnel compartment so that it's not, or that they are not getting triggered directly within the tornado trap, but at a later point, yeah, when the Blimp is not anymore in the Eternal Tome of the Warden. So a nice try by the base builder, but this attack was not, yeah, it was a 3-star in the end. So yeah, WSA 2 out of 2.
I like it. I like it. Method of Madness needs to respond. These two teams bringing some stuff that we haven't seen yet. I like the creativity, the really nice Queen charge on that one. I think that was the most impressive part of that. His ability to navigate that Queen through all those difficult defenses and keep her up. I thought for sure that Queen was going to ability a lot sooner than she did. But ultimately, it's a 3-star for We Stay Active. John's going to look to respond. And look at this. No Queen charge. This is just straight up Root Madness. 12 Root Riders for John.
That is crazy. He's blimping the Town Hall right away here. We are just joining this attack, and yeah, the Town Hall is gone. The CC troops are getting lured here. We see a Lava Hound inside. Now he's starting to funnel at 9 o'clock and is going in here from the side directly into the high defense buildings compartment. So the scatter shot and the multi-inferno there. The Queen is hopefully not getting distracted here by the enemy Hound. An early Eternal Tome is protecting everything, and it's looking like a good entry.
That's a ton of Root Riders in there. 12 Root Riders going to accompany everything through this base. Queen goes ahead and deals with the Lava Hound. He does have a poison, elects not to use it, but the Roots are all pushing through the middle. And remember, as they go through those walls, they will open it up so the King and Queen can follow through. But the King and Queen actually pop to the outside, which could be fine if these Roots can thin out the middle of this base enough. With the King and Queen going to the outside, he can throw the Royal Champion into a company. I don't mind this at all.
Yes, now it is time to kill the enemy Royal Champion here. So this is looking good here, but those Root Riders are thinning out. And now the Queen with ability and the Royal Champion are the only troops on the field. Oh, the queen is dying through
got king at the
some
bottom.
giant bombs. Oh no. Yeah, the king with ability, but it's a long way to go. The royal champion should clear this scatter shot compartment before the king needs to get it there.
Oh, the skeletons are going to hold her up, and she's not going to get through. Oh, man, I thought this had a shot, but it's ultimately looking like it's going to fall short. John's going to try to push up as much as possible, but the king and queen splitting off and going to the opposite sides kind of hurt. He needed the king and queen, really the queen, to stay behind those roots. If she stays behind the roots and has the protection there, he obviously gets a lot more value out of her, but this could be our first miss of the war. He still's got king ability and an archer, but there's still a scatter shot that's being healed up there. A few mortars rather, with a multi-mortar and a few cannons with an archer tower as well. Also, we're going to run up as much percent as he can to keep this war close.
Yeah, and there we go. There is the ability of the king. You see the bug is used here. The king is not losing any life here, any HP. So yeah, in the end, I think it will be maybe a time fail. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Method to madness. Yeah, we mentioned. I thought that they will overcome here. We stay active, but after 2 attacks, we need to to say that yeah, WSA is in the lead with 2 triples out of 2 attacks, and this one is only a 91% 2-star by John of Method to Madness.
But that's not a critical mistake. That is still salvageable. It's not like that was something really bad, like, you know, it's like 70, 80%. I think that's fine for John. Even though it didn't go his way, it still keeps his team in the ball game. Obviously, you want the 3-star there, but really, if they can get a defense anywhere close to that, they can put themselves right back in this. So yes, it didn't go his way, but I don't think that was a critical mistake in my opinion. I think right here is where this swayed. If he put that poison down to deal with those pups, the queen maybe stays a little bit closer to those roots, stays in the base. He could have maybe popped that king ability a little bit earlier to take out some of those outside buildings. So the king swings outside and the queen pushes back inside. Just obviously, I'm here. I don't have to, you know, press all the buttons. Just some observations I'm making from the desk. But John, GG's to you. We Stay Active can really take advantage now, though.
Yeah, that is for sure. And yeah, you mentioned it. The Lava Hound out of the CC was the problem. It was one of the first Lava Hounds we see today in the defense CC. Oh, we need to figure out an Raged E-Drake funnel here by NL Losta to open things up here. And this E-Dragon looks insane. Look at that. He not only got the elephants, but also he is creating pathing and is taking out a Tesla here.
Wow.
So nice touch by Losta, and I think, yeah, this is an only E-Drag attack by him.
Mass E-Drags, but remember, E-Drags got another level. We keep talking about all the troops that got new levels. E-Drags are one of those troops, and they were already strong coming into Town Hall 16. With them getting another level, I think they'll be more viable. Some of those players that really like E-Drags are going to love the new level. Also, they just look really cool. They look really menacing. King's there on the outside with his giant gauntlet going off. Yetis do take out the Town Hall. The one downside of running that Yeti bomb, though, is he pulls out ice golems. If he would have went with maybe mass loons or maybe even a dragon rider with balloons, he could have maybe avoided pulling out those ice golems. Oh man, where do all these E-Drags go? They're fading.
Yes, and now it's all about those heroes, but let's see whether those ground bows and those ricochet cannons, which are still up, can yeah, kill those heroes within seconds.
Oh, this is tough.
It's not looking like this is going in favor of Losta.
A lot of times you want the E-Drags, like this is fine that the heroes can finish off the base, but you want those E-Drags to really gut out that core. Ideally, you want like the ricochet cannons, the multi-targets, you want all that stuff down with the E-Drags, and then the heroes can sweep through. With the ricochet cannons, 2 bows, and all that other stuff up, I don't think he's going to have enough to get through. So like I mentioned, yes, Method to Madness did just miss with a 91%, but in my opinion, it wasn't a critical mistake. Loster is going to miss here, and it's going to be probably really close to that 91% miss that we just saw from John on offense. So John on defense, holding up and kind of responding to this team.
Yeah, great base building here by Method to Madness. It is the #1 player, so I think he is maxed out already on Town Hall 16.
Can he get one more building?
Yeah,
almost
it's
90.
90%.
One less.
And there we go. So now, if Method to Madness will triple they are in the lead by 1%, Bash.
Wow, wow,
I
wow.
love it.
That's what I was saying. It wasn't a crazy mistake. It was just a little mistake there. And on the very next attack, John redeems himself on defense. Yeah, see, he really wants these E-Dregs to be more left on the base. They went right. He really wanted them to be left and like on that multi-target Inferno. If they're there on that multi and they're chaining through there and gutting out that gets through for a 3-star. But since they didn't, that allows the defense, and now they have the potential for the lead.
Yeah, indeed. So Method to Madness, are showing strong, so only one fail. Now, if they are triple, they have the lead. So yeah, that is what they are aiming for, and we saw it in the war before. We had a different team in the beginning in front, then in the end winning. So it's always nice if a war is going from side to side.
Yeah, back and forth. These make the best wars, right? When it's so close, you don't have a definite winner after 3 attacks. These are my favorite wars. We're within 1% here, and if Method to Madness gets 3-star, they can get their comeback for the lead. Not the victory, just the lead with still a lot of attacks to go.
Yeah, that is for sure correct here. It is the half of these attacks are gone, so 5 attacks are in, 5 attacks are left. So it's nothing clear here in this war. And one war is coming after that also. So we have enough action for you in store. So now Boon for Method to Madness is in, and this is another 13 Root Rider attack, Bash.
Huh. I wonder. Obviously, they've tested this, and I think with John's, if his heroes stay behind the roots, he was fine. So they've obviously put in some work on this. They found something they like with it. Early Warden ability here with the Healing Tome. It is only a level 11 tome, but that should be enough to heal those roots up as they push through this heavy Rage Core. Obviously, they see something they like with this attack, even going as far as to adding a log launcher on this one. That's kind of an interesting play. Maybe could have got more value with a different siege, as the roots are going to open everything up. But the log launcher will go ahead and push into the core. Royal Champions from the top. Let's see what Boon's got.
Yeah, it's looking good here. So now he's using this free spells on top of the Town Hall here. The Royal Champion is going strong for the Eagle. Some Root Riders are hopefully taking down the Town Hall. Oh, with a slither of health, it's
healing.
But there are some more coming here in combination with the Queen here. Now the Town Hall is gone. But is this enough to overcome the rest of the base?
He's got the Royal Champion, the King, and a Tesla farm with a scatter shot in the back end. That's going to be the area to keep an eye on as the Royal Champion throws her Seeking Shield. His Queen did just die off there in the core as well. He's losing troops fast. He's losing his heroes fast. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The Fox keeps the Royal Champion invisible long enough to deal with the enemy Royal Champion. Can't she get the scatter? That'll be huge. She gets the scatter. He's got to deal with this enemy King. A lot of base, not a lot of offense left.
Oh no, it's not looking like a triple here for Boon. And also, the King is protecting a huge amount of percentage here in the back of the base. So maybe they are falling short on percentage in the end too here. Although they will be, but I don't think that it's enough here for Boon.
I agree with that, but it should get relatively close here.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do. If you're going to miss, at least keep it close, because we just saw on that last defense, they're still within striking distance here. That King is going to be ultimately the problem, but that's only a level 90 King, so it's not a max level King here for Caribou on defense. He does still have his Phoenix, but ultimately time is ticking away here with 30 seconds remaining. He's going to have to fight through this enemy King, and maybe the Phoenix will pop out here and get a few more buildings, but 90%. Let's see if King's going to go to Phoenix. Can he get a couple more buildings? If he can get like 2-3 more buildings, that would be nice. It's not the 3-star they wanted, but it's decent.
It's decent, yeah. But at 90%, 93 maybe in the end. Yeah, Phoenix is tanky here, and it can take down this last Tesla here. The time runs out, 0 seconds left. 93% 2-star for Boon. So now, We Stay Active is up by 1 star.
1 star, and they keep the percentage advantage as well with that miss. They're up 6% for We Stay Active along with that star. So Method to Madness is going to look to get another defense here in the 4 spot. If they can hold something like another 90% and they can get a triple, they can hop right back in the lead. That's all it takes. And we've seen a couple close calls here for both of these squads. One more close call and this war can sway.
For sure, for sure. We Stay Active is showing strong. I expected that they can bring some bases here which are defending Method to Madness, but after 3 attacks already here, 2 fails by M2M. I did not expect that to happen, but now We Stay Active. Caribou is in with the next attack, and we see 2 clone spells here, so hopefully he is using a Super Archer Blimp here in the beginning, or
not enough invis for a Super Archer Blimp. I think this is going to be
true,
I think this is going to be a balloon, like a balloon bomb here.
Classic one, yes.
Yeah, where he's going to have just a bunch of balloons in his clan castle and then clone them up to gut out that core, which realistically, I mean, there's no poison towers in there. There's not a lot of damage in there. So I think that this clone bomb could work really nicely in the core. He does have the Rage Gem on the Warden, which we're seeing a lot with these Super Dragons, but keep an eye when this blimp lands towards the Town Hall, he should split those clones and then rage everything up so he can try to get as much of this core taken out as possible.
Yeah, that is for sure. Now, hopefully, those Super Dragons are coming back. Oh no, 2 are splitting up, and the Warden is following those 2 Super Dragons to the outside.
He's coming back.
The blimp is protected here. So hopefully this blimp is getting into the core of the base. And now, there we go. The balloon bomb with those clone spells is crushing this core.
He didn't get quite as much as he wanted. They stayed a little bit close to that poison, or from the Giga Bomb from the Town Hall. They did get quite a bit, but he wanted to get that other multi out as well. Still has Ricochet Cannon in there along with the multi, but look at the top of this base, Kyle. It's still got the Mono and the Warden along with those multi-archer towers, so this could be tough.
Yeah, for sure, and 2 ground expos shooting away against this King and the Royal Champion. Surely, oh, the Royal Champion was invisible and he's using the last invisible spell here. That is not ideal. Hopefully the King, no. The King's ability runs out and he's dying, although he got the Phoenix on him. And now, yeah, it's all about the Royal Champion. And the Royal Champion is dead, so this is another time, not a triple here. We Stay Active also with the 93 or 94%. 94% or 95 even percent 2-star in the end after this Super Dragon attack.
But I mean, this is what I was talking about. Method to Madness gets a defense 94. This will be 95%. Oh, I guess 95 is just a little bit too high. A 3-star will still mean that We Stay Active are going to be in the lead if my math is correct here.
Yeah.
But it will pull closer. So Method to Madness is going to have to 3-star this next attack. 96%. It is not as low as they wanted, but it is the defense that they needed. Now they have to respond with a 3-star. They don't have a choice because they're ultimately down on percent and they're ultimately down on stars.
Yes, and I just checked it. It's still possible that my prediction is right. So 13 to 12 is still a viable option.
Right.
So let's see. We need to see some triples here in the upcoming attacks here. But it was a nice try. So the push was great here. I think this cloned loon bomb in the core would have need a bit more value to be viable in the end. And in addition, his queen died outside of the base behind the King really early in this attack. So without a queen in the end, it's hard to overcome this base.
The funnel was a little bit awkward on those dragons also. You talked about like a couple of those dragons went left on him and the Warden followed for a second. So maybe that funnel could have been set just a little bit better. He had the right idea there with the clone bomb, but he just missed kind of that left-hand side as those few balloons just stayed too close to the Giga Bomb as it went off. A very nice attack, 96%. But now, Method to Madness, they need to 3-star here. They ultimately need to 3-star out to keep their dreams alive of winning this war. I guess really not dreams of winning this war. They want to go win the whole thing, and this is just one piece of that puzzle. But you want to start the war, or start the challenge off with a victory. Lord Kirk is up next. Zap into Lalo. I like it. Really nice, strong value from the Zap.
Yes, indeed. And there we go. The King is getting dropped at 12 o'clock here with the Giant Gauntlet equipped. He will hopefully go in front of the queen and tank for her.
The healer puppet.
Oh yeah, the healer puppet again at level 6. Okay, we need to check out whether this healer puppet will give the queen 1 or 2 healers in addition. So now the king ability got popped here. The enemy CC got lured. We see 3 super loons are coming out in combination with super minions here. So hopefully Lord Kirk can take them out quickly and can get the Eagle 2 here.
All right, here we go. Let's see if she can do just that. Phoenix does get taken down, but Phoenix distracts those super minions just long enough that they get taken out by the poison. The queen goes away from the Eagle artillery, but here comes the Lalo. He does have that battle blimp selector. We're seeing a ton of battle blimps today. That seems to be the common thing. It's either battle blimp or flame flinger for the most part. 2 really favorite playing castles are siege machines, excuse me. There we go. Ward ability goes off with the healing tome, and here comes the battle blimp. It has to take this town hall down. But this Lalo, man, it's struggling a little bit to get through. Ooh, tornado trap, Kala.
Another time a tornado trap nearby the town hall. The blimp guts opened and the loons are taking down the town hall, so all fine here. So we need to figure out whether those loon parade can overwhelm this last remaining buildings here. There is the Royal Champion coming in combination with a giant tanking for her, and with this Foxy on her and her ability, I think Lord Kirk for Method to Madness is getting a triple here.
This is what they need. Oh,
wow.
Nice. All right, Lord Kirk keeps Method to Madness alive.
And me too.
Wow. This is a really nice attack for Kirk. It's going to be a 3-star. But remember, they are still going to be down a couple of percent. So if we say active, get a 3-star on their last attack, they will win no matter what. Anything less than a 97% keeps the door open for Method to Madness. So this war has a lot of possibilities on these final couple of attacks, but Lord Kirk does his job and gets the 3-star.
Yeah, crazy attack here, although the Eagle got not taken out by his hero dive. He was able to finish off this base here. In the core of the base, you see it directly. Yeah, there we go. There was a tornado, hopefully avoiding those blimps, but yeah, Lord Kirk took down the town hall in combination with some loons here, which got drops here on top of the town hall. Good attack here with a tank for his Royal Champion in addition. He did everything right, and so yeah, you mentioned it. I love it if the wars are getting close in the end. So we don't know how it will end. It is a tight war on stars.
Oh, look at that
percentage lead with a slither of percent here for We Stay Active. What do you want more?
I know, right? If We Stay Active can 3-star here, they win the war. If they don't 3-star, they leave it open. Method of Madness will then be able to 3-star. So We Stay Active, you hold your own fate in your own hands here with this last attack. This is a good war. And we still got one more war after this, so guys, don't go anywhere. We got more action after this crazy war finishes up, Kala. I'm so excited for this one. It's lived up to the hype. Let's see if your prediction is right, though. You went on that bold limb saying Method of Madness. They're still alive.
Yeah, they are still alive, and yeah, We Stay Active have pressure now. So the last attacker needs a triple to make things safely for them to get the first victory in here in this challenge season. And it is Why My who is in with another mass Root Rider attack here. This time with maybe a super archer blimp here. We see the clone spell. 2 clone spells, 6 invis spells, and the blimp is going in here for the core. Hopefully there are no bombs. No, he's opening the blimp directly on top of the Archer Queen platform. So now it's all about if he is timing his invis spells correctly, and it's looking decent here for Why My.
Yeah, this is looking really good. If he can get the town hall down, which I believe he will right there. Nice. Yeah. Look at the whole top of this base. It is a heavy investment when you run the Super Archer blimp. Oh, pulls a tornado late also. Wow. That is clutch. So he's going to use all the spell space here, but look at the value of this base. It is gutted inside out. Also pulls out the ice golems so he can deal with them before he even gets going as well. Crazy value from the Super Archer blimp, and this is the start he wants.
Yeah, definitely here. That was a crushing blimp. Look at that. like one quarter or even 1/3 of the base is gone here, and now he can push in. The Rage Gem of the Warden is speeding up things here heavily here for him, and now a nice Eternal Tome against this raged area here. Yes, there we go, and the Tesla farm is gone.
Oh man, all right, here we go. Roots are rootin', tootin', magootin' right on through the base. Here we go. Let's see if J-Mai can finish this war off with a 3-star. Anything less leaves the door open for Method to Madness to come from behind. Royal Champion is in from the bottom side. King is staying on the exterior. The Roots are going to open up the pathing for the Queen to get over to the Monolith. This is a strong opener, and it's looking like a strong closer here for J-Mai as these troops are working in strong. How are those ice golems still up? I didn't even see them over there.
I think they chased one route and slowed it down. So now it's all about this Royal Champion. The Queen ability got popped here. She will take down the enemy King in combination with these headhunters. And now the King is tanking for the Royal Champion. The Fox is still alive, helping her out. It's looking like Mai is finishing the war in favor of We Stay Active with a crushing triple.
It is a 3-star. Great victory here. We Stay Active. Whew, they left the door open just a little bit, but they slam it shut with a beautifully executed Super Archer blimp into Mass Root Riders. This war has been back and forth, but ultimately it's going to be We Stay Active with the victory. Beautiful attack.
Wow, and he kept the pressure was high, but he was resistant. And yeah, look at that. This blimp was insane. A Super Archer blimp is so useful, but it can be trapped. So you are going in with high risk, but if it works, it's a high reward you are receiving. And yeah, it crushed completely.
Wow, great attack, great attack. And it looks like we'll have Stay Away on the last offense as well, taking the last defense here and giving up the 3-star. So Stay Away, Stamus, one of the more creative attackers. I love watching Stamus attack. We'll look to close this one off strong, but ultimately it's not going to matter as the percentage is going to be out of reach for Method to Madness. This one is exactly what we said it would be. Back and forth, one little mistake ends up costing the victory. This is what I'm here for. This is why I love challenge phase. And here we go. Stay Away, Stamus is in right now.
Yes, and he wants to triple things out here. So he is using also the Queen Charge Root Rider attack. Let's check out. The Warden has the Heal Tome equipped here. So he's also relying on this new feature. Now the first rage spell is dropped. The Queen should charge in directly into this highly stacked compartment here. There are Teslas, skeleton traps, because there is one single inferno, which is causing trouble now. And he's also luring the CC. Hopefully the Queen will take down the single now.
Oh no, she lost its ice golems. Oh no.
That is not ideal.
Oh, he's going to have to use a freeze or just a few more resources here. Oh, the Queen just can't catch a break here. She is just getting 8 alive. She did end up using her ability. Here comes the Battle Blimp in, trying to distract. Uses the Battle Blimp with the Raged Up Yetis out of it. Oh, but the Queen had to eat up a lot of resources.
Yeah, that's for sure. And also in addition, the free spell he used there, so this entry was maybe baited here. Tesla farm, in addition to those skeleton traps, surrounded this single inferno. So yeah, great job by the base builder. Now the Queen is struggling. No, she will kill the enemy Queen in time. The King is going for the outside, and I think soon there will be those Root Riders joining the force.
I love the giant gingerbread king. It's so I just get a kick out of watching all the kings go giant. I'm not going to lie to you. Well, let's see if this Queen can get this town hall down. Here come all those roots accompanying the king in. The town hall should be down by the time they get there. So the timing on this will be really nice. But watch the time as he has only 1:10 now left as that Queen Charge ate up a lot of his clock. King will go to Phoenix here momentarily, but the Roots are going to push in. Check this out. The Roots don't have much spell support. They do have some freezes, but if they can tank for the Royal Champion, he should be okay here.
Yes, and in addition, he still got the Warden Turtle Tome here to make those troops invincible. And there we go. In combination with the heal tome, they get healed back up here, and it's looking like a crushing 3-star in the end for Method to Madness. So maybe a good thing here for mental-wise for the next matches to come.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These guys are very capable. It's not like
well, it's time fail, huh? Maybe.
Yeah. The time was that Queen took a lot of resources, but what I was gonna say there is these teams are both very capable. Just because Method to Madness lost this one, look how close it was. Ultimately, if this does time fail, which it looks like it might, this was just a couple buildings away from like a tie 13-13 war on not just this attack, but multiple attacks. So both of these teams look to be bringing some strong game to the table throughout our challenge. But ultimately, Stamus is going to time fail, which secures the star victory. You called it, Kala, 13-12.
But I thought it would have been in favor of Method to Madness. But yeah, it's a 13-12 war. We predicted the score in the end of this war, so yeah, lucky me. Yeah, but Method to Madness was not able to triple here 3 times. So in the end, it is a star winning war for WSA.
They were close on like all of their misses, though. It's not like they were really missing by a lot. All the percentages were really close. Just it seemed like just little minor things on each and every one of these attacks. So I think both of these teams have some really positive things ahead of them.
That is for sure, and yeah, I think you mentioned it. We saw before that United Gaming had some close attacks, but they were triple. At this time, yeah, they had some really close 2 stars in the end. So yeah, this is another nice match in the books, but we still got 1 match left today. So make sure to tune in 3 minutes, refresh yourself, get some drinks, get some snacks, and see you then.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true, where everything you want can be yours, if and only if you're willing to work for them, you're willing to hurt for them, but most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting, it's hot. Look what I got, whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast, I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me, how'd I turn pain into energy. Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
The Snapdragon Pro Series powered by Samsung Galaxy is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, Monster Energy, DHL, and the U.S. Air Force.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Snapdragon Pro Series. 3 wars are now in the books, and it was We Stay Active who take home the last one. If you're just joining us, we'll do a little bit of a recap for you. Glitter Explosion, Kella, and Bash still hanging out, closing out day 1 in a very, very short while. Before we do that, take us back through this last war here, Kella.
Yeah, it was a great war. So Method to Madness came strong. They brought some great bases, but this new styled attack by WSA, those mass root riders were extremely effective. Yep. So they crushed 3 bases of them and yeah, got the victory in the end.
It was a pretty creative war for both of these squads. I mean, the misses we talked about, the misses for Method to Madness weren't by much. They were just, you know, mid to low 90s. So back and forth war for both these squads who actually already played tonight and put up some really impressive numbers.
Yeah, I mean, and you mentioned the fact that these teams already played tonight. Let's talk about those as well, because we showed it at the beginning of the show when we were talking about our schedule. We have the matches that you guys see here live on stream, but we also have a couple that happen off stream as well. We have all of the results for those, and we've got some interesting results to say the least, okay? Because we had Underworld X beat out Push 12 to 11 stars. So that was a 1-star difference in that victory. Then we had M2M versus Omnipotence, and it was M2M that had a perfect war. We were looking for the perfect war, and we got it out of M2M against Omnipotence. And then we had We Stay Active versus Synchronic. That tied 14-14. Had to go to percent, like you explained to everybody at home earlier. If we get a tie on the stars, we have to go down to percent. The percentages were split by 0.4%. It was 98.6 to 98.2 in favor of We Stay Active.
Incredible.
That's insane.
It's literally only 2 buildings at one map, so incredible. And also that Method to Madness perfected. We just saw their war, only 12 stars against WSA, and wow, crazy stuff here.
I guess they used all their firepower earlier in the night on the offline match, but wow, that's impressive. 15 stars and then 2 14s. That's crazy.
I feel like this goes back to what you were saying before, though, when it comes to if we're looking at the overarching picture that is the entire challenge season, what team is going to be in that 4th spot? If the wars are this close already in the first day, and if they continue this level of competition throughout the rest of the season, it's going to be a tough battle.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, and we've talked about it. I mean, Eric was jinxing the 3rd spot all of last season. I think even that 3rd spot could be a little bit of a jumble there too. I mean, we always seem to have those top 2 kind of pull away from the pack come week 2, week 3. But I think things could get really interesting in the middle of the pack come week 3, week 4. So it's going to be really intense.
Yeah, and especially we need to mention WSA with a 2-0 after their first 2 matches. So a 14-14 victory, and we saw they beat Method to Madness. So we need to watch them out.
Everybody's looking real strong for the first day of the season. I'm excited about it. We have to close out the day, though, with one more war. One of the teams we haven't seen yet. This time is going to be Push versus UG. So let's talk about it a little bit, Bash.
All right, we already saw UG, and we know what they can do. But Push, this team has been around for a while. They're a really interesting team. You never know what you're going to get with Push, but not in a bad way. They can, obviously, they're here. But they can bring some really surprising things. Champ, Sake, Tuco, Ryazback, and Eric. These guys have been veterans of this circuit for a while. I don't know if this is a different roster since it's Push Canada, but I do recognize like Champ, Tuco, Eric. I do recognize some of the names in there. Maybe they had a couple teams through ladder, but Push has been around, and they can kind of throw that monkey wrench in there and kind of mess things up as well.
Yeah, I think they are a global clan which have more than only global Push Canada. But let's focus here on their opponent, United Gaming. We saw them already. I think we are missing Swifty in this lineup here. So the roster of United Gaming is Nick, Agent, Gereticus, Ghost, Ninja, Rigo Torres, and Swifty, because Swifty played in the first match. He was the only one who only 2-starred. So hopefully he can get the triple in this time.
Oh, you had to call him out?
Sorry for that.
Poor Swifty. New team and just gets called out. First broadcast. Oh, savage.
I mean, you're not wrong, though. It was such a minor mistake in their results from that second war on the day. And if they're able to kind of lock that up, they could potentially be the second perfect war that we see now, Bash.
We haven't seen one on broadcast.
We haven't seen it. You're right.
If it's not on broadcast, it doesn't get... Okay, that's not true. Method Madness, congrats on the perfect. That's pretty awesome. But I want to see one. I want to broadcast a perfect war. Town Hall 16, we keep getting close. We keep flirting with it, but we just can't quite get there yet.
Any predictions here for the last war of the day, Kala?
After my last misplay,
Poor Kala.
I will skip to Bash maybe.
Well, you have to do it now. If he did one, you have to do one now, Bash.
That's fine. I'll take the easy one, UG. Give me UG. Nothing, no disrespect to Push. They're a solid squad, but I expect UG to be right in there fighting for the championship yet again this season.
All right. Well, war number 4 right around the corner. I'm just going to pass it on off to you two to get into it.
Yeah, let's go. The first attacker is in. It's Ryza back. Who is coming in with the Queen War into E-Titans? We didn't saw that yet. So we need to figure out why we are going to the desk. Oh, another Healing Tome book, and it's a Healing Tome, and it's maxed out already. Level 18 here for Ryza's back. So another super archer blimp here. Okay, now we can keep track here on this attack and see that this blimp is looking not that good. So I think he's not getting the town hall.
Okay, yeah, obviously we were walking over to the desk, so we missed a little bit here, but he's gonna have to kind of save this, kind of bring the Titans back. He does have some healers, he does have some root riders, but I feel like he's scrambling pretty hard here. He's gonna have to send it all through the town hall. That's all going around. Oh no, Kala, this could be devastating.
Yeah, I think the Queen will hopefully go for the town hall now. Yeah, there we go. But I think the blimp was supposed to get down the town hall here, and this is not did not happen here for Ryza's back. So now he's struggling after the town hall kill with using the Eternal Tome here of the Warden. He will struggle in the core of the base, I would suggest.
All right, he does finally get that town hall down. Here comes the clan castle, a couple minions out. King is circling back to chase some of those clan castle troops, and now we get those root riders just kind of off on their own. They're kind of naked and exposed. Monolith does go down. This is low percent. Oh man, this is not how you want to start off any war, let alone against United Gaming. Oh, tough break. I obviously we didn't see what happened with the blimp, but something happened. I'm assuming maybe Seeking Air Mines took it down a little bit early.
Yeah, maybe. We see that the blimp got opened really close to the wall there, so maybe she was pushed back by a sweeper or got caught by some black mines, as you mentioned. Not exactly sure. Maybe we can see it in the replay later. But now, yeah, Ryza's back is all about getting as many percentage as possible, using the last spell here to make the Royal Champion Invis, to get at least the wall and set you down, yes, and maybe the Wizard Tower as well, not even, no, not, just a slither of health, the Wizard Tower is still alive. And that is unfortunately a big hiccup here for Push in the beginning.
That is going to be tough to overcome. At this point, they're going to have to probably win out on stars would be my guess. It's going to be 60%. A low percent like that on the very first attack is very hard to overcome. And man, that just has to be a tough break. Yeah, it looks like that blimp lands right there on the wall. So I'm assuming the Seeking Air Mines baited the blimp. Obviously, he didn't use the Warden with the blimp. The Warden was in there with all those other troops to try to take a short path to the town hall. But United Gaming saw it coming, and it could have been very well Ghost that built this base, defending and baiting that entry. Ryza's back leaves the door wide open for United Gaming after one attack, 60% 2-star. That is a heartbreaker.
That is for sure, and this is the second time we see Ghost defending today. So Ghost, one of the best base builders for sure. Setting up every time, highly top tier bases here for us to see. So you guys at home, if you are also new at Town Hall 16 and you don't have a base builder in your team, maybe this is one of the best bases currently in the game. So go for it and copy it.
That's right, and a lot of times if you follow some of these guys like on X, they'll actually link some of their bases.
Maybe, yeah.
Pro plays, if you need bases, X is the place to be. But let's go ahead and see what United Gaming can do on their next attack. If they can get a 3-star here, that will be massive. And it's going to be Agent 33 actually moving positions here in the war against Omnipotence. He hit in that 3rd spot, although he did hit a 3-star with a Queen Charge Root Rider attack. Now he's going with a Lalo attack, maybe a Skelly Donut or Blizzard. No, he's not going Blizzard because the Flinger's in, so maybe a Skelly Donut on this one. Does have the Warden with, it looks like he just likes regular traditional gear on his hero. Yeah. But here comes the Skelly Donut here for Agent.
I think Agent is no fan of the new equipment stuff coming with Town Hall 16 because he's not using a single new thing here. The Skeleton Donut is working, so the Clan Castle got taken out here, and the I think it was the Monolith, yes, is got taken down. So now it's all about the Flinger value and the hero drop at 12.
All right, here we go, Agent. That's really interesting that you say maybe he doesn't like the hero equipment. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, if it's not broke, the old ability, so to speak, don't fix it type of deal. Maybe that's Agent's approach. If he likes his old school stuff, he just wants to stick to it. Queen and King are going to work in from this top side, and it looks like he'll push that Lalo right through the Town Hall. It'll be interesting to see if he goes through that sweeper or behind the sweeper. A lot of times you're going to run the Lalo over top of the heroes to kind of protect them. He's going to go actually opposite this time. A little bit unconventional, but this can work out as those heroes will collapse on that final compartment.
Yes, and now it's all about how he is approaching the Town Hall kill here. He's Laloing from 2 sides directly into the Town Hall compartment. The Poison Tower is, killing some loons here, but he's using a free spell to protect the rest of the loon group here. Rage spell and the Warden Turtle Tome here catches a few balloons, but this is not enough to take down the whole compartment.
Yeah, he got caught that tornado. He had to kind of pop the Warden ability. This is fading really, really quickly.
Wow.
This is kind of uncharacteristic of Agent. This could be pretty low. It's not quite 60% low, but Royal Champion is deployed into this final compartment, makes quick work of that enemy Queen. She's going to go ahead and get as much value as she can. Does have a little bit of spell support here. He still has a freeze and invisibility, so he still has quite a bit of spells that he can get a little bit more value out of this Royal Champion. But we are not going to see our first perfect on broadcast, as this one is going to fall a little bit short. Agent going to look to get as much percent as he can.
Yeah, especially here, he's dropping loons at 10 o'clock. There are some defense buildings also left. Now the Royal Champion is down. The last remaining defenses are staying up, and it's not looking like a high percentage 2-star here for Agent.
Yeah, 79, 80%. It is going to be quite a bit higher than Push's miss, but it still leaves that door open. This could lead it so Push can still win on stars. United Gaming is not going to take that early star lead, as it's going to be 83%. So they're up huge on percent. They're up 23%. And at Town Hall 16, I almost feel like that's insurmountable unless something catastrophic happens, like we saw on Push's first attack. But anything can happen. We still have 4 attacks for both teams, a lot of war to go, but a really, really uncharacteristic miss from Agent. Normally if he misses, it's pretty close. That one just felt really off center the whole time, so to speak.
Yeah, that is true, and we need to showcase here the style of this base. So we saw a couple of ring base or anti-2-star bases. We saw some box bases, some diamond-shaped bases, but the classic anti-3-star bases we didn't saw that often today. And this is one of the first ones we saw, and it directly defended Agent 33. So a great attacker from United Gaming. So maybe it's a viable option for base builders to go back to those anti-3-star bases. But Eric for Push is directly in here with the next attack. Zaps for the beginning, and now the hero dive for the Dragon Push.
Zapping out that invisibility tower so he can go ahead and send his battle blip in and take out the Town Hall without having to worry about the Town Hall being invisible. Does have the giant gauntlet with the rage jump for the King. Pretty traditional approach for the Queen. Here comes that Warden ability to protect as he sends everything in. Does have that healing tome on the Warden maxed out, so to provide tons of healing for those dragons. Here goes the blimp on the Town Hall. That's going to get taken out without any issue, but he does pull out 3 ice golems out of that clan castle. It is a big risk. I guess with the king going down there, the king may have pulled those out anyways. But now having to fight off those 3 ice golems could be an issue as these dragons are kind of all over the place.
Yeah, the dragons are going to the outside. The royal champion, took down the king. But yeah, the core of the base is still standing. The last dragon rider is down. So now it's all about maximizing the percentage here for Eric. Unfortunately, that was not the way he was thinking the dragons would path. So the funnel at 6 o'clock was not there. The dragons passed around this eagle compartment, finishing off or getting finished off by the enemy heroes and the multi there, and it's also not getting the triple in here.
Tough one for Eric. It's going to be another low percentage, and you really just can't have that. I know that we saw Agent miss low, but I think that we're not going to see a ton of that for United Gaming. Quick note here, we also see Nick back in the lineup here for United Gaming on defense here. So he is going to be attacking at some point. It is 75% for Eric. 2 low attacks for Push. United Gaming's base is giving them some issues with their go-to attacks here. We see them use a lot of dragons, a lot of clone bombs with the balloons, but this one just did not get through there. This is a tough style base to run Hydra on, let alone at Town Hall 16. At Town Hall 15, it was tough to run dragons on these.
Yeah, sure. And especially if you are blimping the Town Hall far side, you need to pop the one Eternal Tome really early. And I think at this point, at this base, it would have been better if he would secure the Eternal Tome for the core of the base. So and especially the funnel at 6 o'clock was not there. So many dragons passed around the base and were getting killed outside by the enemy heroes. And in the core of the base, the eagles stood still, left standing. So.
Yeah, it's tough when you leave up that big chunk in the middle there. Those little boxy style bases they're just a pain to deal with, let alone when your troops don't go exactly where you want them to. But that's all right. They're going to have to bounce back. I mean, ultimately, they're going to have to get some triples here. They're going to have to hope to get another defense here against United Gaming. The percentage is pretty much already out of hand here, in my opinion. I thought after the first attack, it was out of hand. But with that 75%, that's going to make it even tougher for Push to come back. They're just going to have to start putting up some triples in these next 3 attacks.
Yes, and United Gaming, although they failed also in the first attack, I think they need more resistance here to get in trouble. We saw it that Gereticus and Rigo Torres from their lineup are not playing today. Maybe they are in their lineup in the next weeks, because this is only week 1. We have 4 days of play. In 4 weeks. So next week, all the teams know how the other teams are attacking, so maybe they can prepare better with their bases, for example. Let's take this day as the first sneak peek for Town Hall 16 and the challenge season and what is to come with this. Nick is in. Another time he is in the lineup and he is doing the Zap Laloon.
All right, zapping out here on the left side. I did not see what he got over there. I'm trying to look through the base, see what's missing. Did he get a multi-target Inferno, it looks like, and then maybe, no, I was going to say Rage, but the Rage Tower's in there.
I think an Expo.
Yeah, maybe a Bow. Yeah, Bow's missing, so that would make sense, along with another defense right over there. But he's going to go ahead and run these heroes in nonetheless. Headhunter to accompany the queen to take out the king right there and will allow his king to push in towards that Igor artillery. And this flame flinger is getting some crazy nice value as it's going to set up some pathing for that queen to push in. I think he wanted the queen to follow the king in here, but she's ultimately going around, which could get her in a little bit of trouble with this raged up now multi-archer tower.
Yeah, the king is going in, but he is dying. The queen is following, but she also popped her ability already, but with the last shot she was able to take down the multi-inferno, and that is a good thing here for his Lalo potion back in the base. Oh, we see a super dragon is coming out of his flame flinger to kill the enemy queen here. Now the royal champion is trying to take down the scatter shot there, and the Lalo is going for the town hall.
Oh, the royal champion's chasing this headhunter. which is actually going to bring the Royal Champion probably to a favorable position.
Town
She
Hall.
can actually join up to the Lalo. You're right, though. Town Hall's not activated. Now it activates, but there's no support there. He's going to have to burn more spells to get this Town Hall down. Another Warden ability. I was going to say another strike from those balloons should do it. Warden ability to protect. But it's looking tough. United Gaming are having a tough go with these push bases. This is not what we saw from United Gaming in their last war.
That is interesting. So United Gaming is struggling against those anti-3-star bases. Although they were quite often used at Town Hall 15. We didn't saw them that often on Town Hall 16 in this competition right now. And maybe this is the key to stop United Gaming.
Wait a second, though. If this scatter goes down, there's not much to stop this little pack of balloons here. There is a Tesla in the Wizard Tower, but there's
some
not
traps.
a whole lot here. There's one trap. There's another trap. Oh, Callie called it. He had us. Oh, there we go. There's all the balloons. All right, well, I was trying to give a little bit of hope to this one, but you're right. Traps ultimately get it. But again, even though they're missing, look at the percentage difference here. This one is in the 90s compared to the 75 on the last miss. So that's ultimately going to be the difference. I don't think the archers get through there. So it's 91, and they gained 16 more percent. So yes, both teams missing, but now United Gaming is up 39% after 2 attacks each.
Yes, and I looked it up. In the first match, it was only Swifty with a 2-star and Agent and Nick tripled. And this time they started attacking here for United Gaming, and both of them unfortunately failed. So if push.
Another difference here, Agent and Nick tripled with Roots.
True that.
No Lalo, and they both go Lalo here. A lot different entries, a lot different armies, a lot different results.
Yeah, that is maybe the reason, because maybe they saw anti-3-star bases like at Town Hall 15. Let's switch things up back to our main strategies like the Lalo, Zep Lalo, for example. And this cost them the triples at the moment. They are in the percentage lead, but only with 4 stars after 2 attacks.
But what's really risky here, and obviously they're trying to 3-star, but if you leave this push team with a little opening, where if they get a 3-star, they can take that lead. If they can do that and then keep holding these defenses somehow, this could be a massive upset in my opinion. I mean, I called UG the winner for this one, my prediction, but if Push can win this, I definitely think this would be a massive upset.
And then we both went out here with a 0 out of 1 prediction today.
Are we going to be the jinxers? Is that what it is?
Maybe. So Royal Kings is in for push. The Queen charge into Root Riders here, charging directly into the Town Hall compartment, trying to take the Town Hall out early. And this is what happens here, using an Invisible, maybe a Rage. Yeah, there goes the Rage to speed things up here. King and Siege Barrack at 6 o'clock. Okay, the Siege Barrack is new for me with this Queen Charge Root Rider attack. I think between the King and the Queen, there will go.
Watch the Queen, watch Queen.
Riders in.
Queen went to ability from the single. Here come all the Roots in. But those Ice Golems are going to hold the Queen up, and she's probably going to get taken out by the single here, Kala.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully those Root Riders can tank for her quickly. Eternal Tome can be used soon. The Queen will go down.
The Queen's going down here. Yep. Too late on the Rage. He does have Eternal Tome. Did he have Healing Tome on there? It looks like it. So the Roots will heal up a little bit. It's got a lot of base to get through here. Obviously, you want to keep that Queen up if possible. Still has Royal Champion yet to deploy, I'm pretty sure. Nope, she's in there in the mix. She's right in the middle of things. Headhunters are in there. Let's see if he can push through the back. This back into the base is tough.
Yeah, that is for sure. 2 Expos shooting. The Ricochet Cannon and the Scatter Shot in combination are taking down 1 Root Rider after 1. So it's not looking like a crushing attack, but let's focus here on the Royal Champion. With the Fox on her, she can get invisible every, I don't know exactly the level of the Fox, but I think like 4 or 6 seconds. But she is going down here nearby the Scatter Shot. The Warden is going down soon. And so I think this is not going for, in favor of Royal Kings.
A very close attack, but you are right. It is 4 seconds on that duration at max level 10. I just checked it to make sure we were right there.
Okay, perfect.
So 4 seconds for the Fox, but this one's a little bit better on the percentage. Climbs up to mid-80s here at 84%, but still not what Push is looking for. They need some 3 stars. I don't think the percentage is going to be they're going to be able to overcome the percentage deficit. So they're going to have to get some 3 stars at some point. Probably the sooner the better.
Yeah, and we see that the base building of United Gaming pays off. So they saw that the Town Hall charge is easily done, easily doable, but the single behind the Town Hall was well protected by some skeletons, and luring the CC troops cost the Royal King in the end his queen. So yeah, this was not ideal, and in the end the queen were missed in the end to get some more value.
Yeah, tough break there. 84% still a lot better than what they have been putting up, but ultimately we need some triples. They're down 39% going into that attack. They are holding United Gaming to 2 stars, so if they can get a couple triples here on their 4th and 5th attacks, maybe they pull this upset. But if United Gaming can get a 3-star right here, all the pressure goes back over to Push, as they'll be down on stars and percent. It's going to be really tough to overcome those.
Yes, and we saw that Push had the 11-star war in the off-stream war before. So hopefully they can get 2 triples in to gain 12 stars in the end to make it a hard life here for United Gaming. But Swifty is in, starting things off with a Yeti blimp here to lure the CC and to take down some important defense buildings. Queen got dropped. It is a Queen charge into the Root Riders again. He brought a non-max Valkyrie to maybe get some skeletons out of the way in front of the scatter shot here, or to support the King maybe. Let's see. I think the Queen is supposed to charge the Town Hall and maybe the Root Riders into the Eagle. Let's see.
Another healing tome here on the Warden. It seems to be the favorite with these Root Rider attacks. It's just so valuable. Like you mentioned, you've been talking about it all night. When you're able to get that healing and just use a little bit less spells on these Roots, because they do have so many hit points and you're healing up those hit points, it's so valuable. King goes giant with his giant gauntlet, and he's going to help clear out some of the pathing for the Queen towards that Town Hall. Actually, he's going to go ahead and duck in and try to get the Town Hall himself. Queen will go ahead and deal with the Electro Titan out of the Clan Castle. King is all over the place on this one. I think he wanted the King to stay outside. If this King stays outside and maybe takes out that Grand Warden pedestal there and the enemy King at least gets some damage on him, could have been a better setup. Tornado's going off, and here come the Roots from the bottom.
Yes, there we go. 1 minute 30 left here, so a long Queen walk or Queen charge before he's starting his Root Riders. But it's looking decent, so the pathing for the Root Riders is extremely thin. They are sticking together here, clumping up and dealing as much damage as possible. Queen got raged up again here. Unfortunately, the healers are inside of this multi-inferno here, but he's reacting with the free spell. Nice Eternal Tome here. Now they are getting healed back up to full life. This is looking like a good and easy 3-star here for Swifty.
Swifty redeeming himself after the miss in that first war for UG. It's looking really clean. Still has Queen ability, Royal Champion Seeking Shield as well. A couple headhunters to deal with that King, not to mention a plethora of freezes in here. So Swifty gets United Gaming on the board with the first 3-star of this war. I didn't think we would be 6 attacks in before we got our first 3-star.
Yes, and there we go. I think Swifty was last season playing the Super Bowler Smash very often.
Right.
So maybe he's showing now his teammates, Nick and Agent, hey guys, let's switch things up and use the new stuff, the new cool stuff, the OP stuff, the Root Riders, to get over those bases here by Push.
That's kind of funny, because last war, Agent and Nick went with the Roots, tripled. Swifty went with his old school attack, Bowlers, missed.
True.
This war, they go with their old school attack, Lalo, missed. Swifty goes with the Roots, triples. Huh. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. UG take the lead. They are up huge on percentage. They are up on stars now by 1 star. Push Canada is going to have to get some triples. They're pretty much going to have to triple out and hold 2 defenses on these last 2 attacks. A tall task against this United squad who still has Ninja in the waiting there in the 5 spot. A tough tough person to defend. Also, we didn't see Ghost, who Ghost has been on fire as well lately.
Yeah, that is for sure. So both of them triple in the first war today. I think they will go strong, but still Push has chances. So if they get a triple in now, they can catch up here on Stars hopefully, so to make things more difficult for United Gaming. So let's check out the next attack.
Alrighty, let's see who it is as Push is going in. It's going to be Tuco coming in with another Root Rider attack. Zap Root Riders, 6 lightning spells with an earthquake. Should be able to take out pretty much almost any defense on the base. There's just a few that can't be taken out, like the Eagle Artillery and Scatter Shots. But he should be able to take out some really key defenses here. Taking a look at the hero equipment. Here comes those zaps in there on the multi-archer tower and the monolith. Great value, and I think that was a... I don't know what the other one was. I'm not even going to pretend. Was it a bomb tower? I thought it was a bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a bomb tower. All right, so good opening from Tuco. Now he's going to connect it all together and push through the base. Get it? Push.
So yeah, the funnel is there. So now he's going in from the 530 side directly into the compartment of the enemy queen. There's a multi-inferno shooting. The ricochet cannon is waiting. But yeah, with the king and now the blimp sending for the town hall, it's looking like a decent entry here for Tuco. The eagle is a bit far away, so the eagle will shoot at least like 4 or 5 times onto those Root Riders there. Nearby the town hall, another time there is a tornado trap, but I think the Yetis will take down with the rage spell the town hall soon.
Oh, no, they didn't. They got distracted.
Oh my god.
They're still in there, but I think they're fighting the ice golems in there. But the Roots do ultimately go in there and take down the town hall. The Yetis went over and fought the ice golems. There's actually still a Yeti alive in there. Ice golem gets flung out there. Let's see if he can get this Eagle Artillery down. But the King and Royal Champion going over that way should be able to get it down pretty quickly. The middle of this base is thinning, but will it be thinned out enough? With 3 hero abilities still left, I like this one from Tuco.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I think the blimp was supposed to be there earlier than the Root Riders, so the Root Riders took so much damage in the core of the base, going through the Town Hall poison. So yeah, we need to figure out if the heroes in combination with those pets can overwhelm this last compartment there.
An eye on that storage over there at 9 o'clock, Tuco. I'm spotting you here. Hopefully someone's
got one wizard.
Yeah, he's got it, but hopefully one of his teammates told him to put it in there. He's still got King ability. He's got Royal Champion working through here. Honestly, though, I don't know if he's got enough. This is fizzled. It was just looking really good, and then it just all kind of fizzled in these last few compartments.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this multi-archer tower is protected here with a closed wall in front of it. So I think the king is not able to clear everything in time here. Tuco, unfortunately, after a good attempt here, not getting the triple in for push. So yeah, unfortunate.
I thought this was it. I thought they had this one, but it just all faded out all at once there. And that's these multi-archer towers. I was skeptical of them at first, I'm not gonna lie. But the more and more I see them in action on these really tough bases, the multi-archer towers are really, really tough, and we saw that kind of shut this attack down here, along with all those other defenses. It does climb up to the 90% range, but it is not going to be enough to get them back even. They're going to fall even further behind, assuming nothing catastrophic happens for United.
Yes, and we see it in the replay. The blimp got distracted there, the tornado, many skeletons, and you see it. The ice golems out of the CC lured away those Yetis. So the town hall stood up long, and all the Root Riders went for it and went through the town hall poison, got taken out shortly after that. So a bit unfortunate here for Tuco, but another time a nice base building by United Gaming.
Yeah, that was just really unfortunate that the Yetis got distracted by the ice golems. I think, like you said, if the blimp was in there earlier, might have been okay. But Ghost is up next for us. We got a Queen charge into Zap Root Riders. Yep, Root Riders are reigning strong here today, and with good cause. They are very strong, and they have a really high hit rate. Ooh, watch this Queen. He got the healers in, but He waited just a little bit long on those healers, but that's ultimately fine as the Queen will take it out this Expo and she'll be able to heal up a little bit. Nice invis here. The Queen will actually go, ooh, wait. The Queen might walk. She comes back. Come back, Queen, come back. Okay, there we go.
She comes back and is now going for the Town Hall. Nice zap spells, activating the Invis tower behind the Town Hall and yeah, taking out the monolith. So the Queen is safe and can pass the Town Hall compartment there easily. Now, at 12 o'clock there was the Flame Flinger funneling, and now it's all about another time those Root Riders coming in. Another time the what is it called? The gingerbread kingskin.
Yes.
Spinning around and trying to get as much damage in as possible. So, oh, a nice Eternal Tome here in combination with the Healing Tome. Great stuff by Ghost, and it's looking like another great attack.
Double Tome is so good here. Queen is back up to near full health as she's charging through here. The King is in there fighting with everyone. I didn't see if he's got Royal Champion. Oh yeah, Royal Champion's right there in the middle of the base with the Spirit Fox keeping her invisible, and this is looking strong. He does leave up some Wizard Towers at the top. Royal Champion's pushing through the middle. Watch this Queen. She might go to ability down here fighting the enemy Queen because he doesn't have any spell support. Actually, no, oh yeah, he forces the ability there. That's fine. Royal Champion still has ability, still has some cleanup. Kyle, this is looking good. It's looking good.
Wow. What an attack here by Ghost. Another triple. He is 2 out of 2 today, and yeah, he is making sure that United Gaming will also win the second war of the day for them. GG, well done, not only offensive-wise, but also Ghost defended twice today. So maybe he's one of the players to get the MVP trophy in the end.
Ooh, I like that shot there. Ghost, man, yeah, Ghost getting it done on all ends. And you know that Ghost had his hand on building some of these other bases that are defending so well.
Sure, yeah.
You know that's the fact, but Ghost just does a really good job here today. And you're right, United Gaming will move to 2-0 with We Stay Active. So really nice little day one, but that also means that Push is unfortunately going to move to 0-2 as they lost earlier to Underworld X. It is still week one, anything can happen, but when you have to go up against this United Gaming squad, it is tough. It is never an easy task, not only on offense, but defense. Like, you have to attack their tough bases, and then you have to defend their really top-notch attackers.
That is for sure, and yeah, we saw today that many of those teams, yeah, had great plans offense-wise, but maybe they need to adjust their bases, yeah, to see which team they are facing, and then adjust their bases to defend even more, or to be ready for those styled attacks here. So I think this is a nice day one here for us. We still got 2 attacks left here, but I want to promote next week's day 2 here of the challenge season. So make sure to tune in on Wednesday again for the next 7 wars to happen here.
Same channels, same place that you're watching now. We'll be live at the same time next week. Actually, we'll be live the next 3 weeks after this one. So make sure you guys subscribe, have those notifications on if you're watching on YouTube. Follow, turn the notifications on if you're watching on Twitch. And don't miss any of this action that's going to lead us to 4 teams moving on to Challenge Final. I feel like Champ is just letting me get this segue in. Thanks, Champ. I appreciate you, homie. Champ's going to go ahead and go in, though, with another Mass Root Rider attack. He does start off with a couple skeleton spells to distract heroes, distract the monolith. I don't mind this opener from Champ, but he could have been just a little bit early on the skeleton spells. Maybe could have got those roots going ahead of time. We'll have to see if that factors.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe they saw that this worked well for We Stay Active here, and now they are using also 13 Root Riders. The blimp got pushed away by the sweeper. Oh, another time there is a tornado spinning around the blimp next to the Town Hall. Hopefully this time he is not struggling with the health of the Root Riders in the core. But there are a lot of Root Riders still.
Get the Town Hall!
Oh, finally it got taken out.
These Yetis for Push do not want to take down Town Halls. Oh, another Town Hall stays up longer than it needed to. and all of the roots are gone in the core. I don't see any roots remaining on the base. The King goes to ability on the outside. Queen has already popped her ability, and Royal Champion is working in here on this enemy Royal Champion. A lot of base remains, but let's see if Champ can get through here. Oh man, it's gonna be a tough test. That Ricochet cannon with the Expo, that's such a lethal combination. And
oh my God,
United Gaming, they don't go crazy on offense, but they go perfect on defense, not letting Push get a single 3-star.
That is interesting. So such an intense war here for Push. I think it's frustrating if you are facing off against nearly or maxed out bases already and one of the best base building team in this competition here. So yeah, United Gaming is showing strong base building wise for sure here. 68% in the end for Champ. With a 2-star, they are getting in the end 10 stars. And yeah, United Gaming can catch up with 13 stars in the end if the last attacker, I guess it's Ninja, will triple.
Yeah, I would assume it would be Ninja as well. And we've seen him do some wonderful things. He did Queen walk-ins of Root Riders last war, and he got the 3-star. I wouldn't expect much less from him as he's a really strong attacker. But ultimately, we'll see what he does. Really, I mean, something crazy could happen. This war could still not be over. We think it's over. We're pretty confident it's over, but you never know.
You never know. So maybe, yeah, he had some issues or a disconnect, but we don't hope for that. So I think Ninja will give it all. He's, yeah, meanwhile, in so many tournaments he played and he delivered as always. So yeah, I think he is ready to go and he will crush the next base. Hopefully with a 2-star, in the ideal case with a 3-star.
Yeah, Ninja, not only a really good player, not only a good base builder, but just a good dude. I've got to talk to him at a couple of our LANs now, and just a really humble kid and kind of just really appreciates his roles in any team. Even if he's just a base builder, he really embraces that role, gives it his all, and puts it all out there for his team. So I'm sure this United team really appreciate what he brings to the table, especially a couple of those guys taking the night off, having guys like Swifty and Ninja able to step in. That's got to be huge, you know, knowing that, hey, we don't have Garrett, our anchor, our 5 spot here, but we got Ninja. It's okay. We'll be fine, you know. That's got to be a huge relief for the squad.
And also that these young players, Ninja and Swifty, are carrying the all generation is a great thing here. So yeah, Nick and Agent struggled a bit in this war, but yeah, Swifty tripled, and now it's Ninja who can win this war for United Gaming. Another time, the Queen Charge Root Rider, this time without any Zap spells, but another time the Flame Flinger to funnel at 7 o'clock. Queen Charge is starting. Oh, we see a Troll Tesla at 3. That is a nice thing here. I want to mention, I didn't saw any Troll Tesla before this day. So let's see. Oh, the Teslas maybe can lure the Queen towards the 6 o'clock side. It's very much damage. There's so much damage here that he needed to use to invest in an invisibility spell. So now the Queen Charge goes into the compartment of the Royal Champion.
Alrighty, let's see what this Queen can do as she pushes through here. Can she get the appropriate value? Oh, look at this King just gonna go solo at the Town Hall. I love that. Not only does that King get giant and reduce the damage, but he also deals a little bit of splash. So those skeletons end up not being an issue. I don't think we really mentioned that tonight. We talked about the damage reduction, but the splash that he can deal, he can even hit over walls with that. It's a really nice little addition to that giant gauntlet. I guess that's why it's our first piece of epic equipment. Roots are gonna Root Rider right on through here now. And with the Ice Golems, it could slow them down a little bit, but remember, the Root Riders, they're going to target defenses. They don't care about those roots. But Queen does get dropped.
Yes, and there she goes. Eternal Tome is protecting every single troop in this area. 2 Hogs are trying to get get help to take down the scatter shot in the core here. The healers are staying in the center. Enemy King is hitting hard on those Hogs and Root Riders. At 6 o'clock, the Flame Flinger got opened. 1 Loon is taking down the Ricochet Cannon. And now it's all about if the Royal Champion can be protected by the other troops and can take down the core.
All right, let's see what happens here as he's going to try to finish this one off. I think it's looking good. I don't want to jinx it. I always get ahead of myself here, but I think it's looking good with the Royal Champion still having that Seeking Shield. Seeking Shield goes off now. She's just got to backtrack and get that mono down. And let's see if Ninja finishes off the war with the 3 stars looking good, and United Gaming are gonna pull to 2-0 on the night, starting off the challenge season really strong. We had some really interesting wars tonight. We had some really interesting standings. I was just looking at our standings, and it's kind of interesting. I'm sure we'll talk about that after this war, but United Gaming living up to their hype. Perfect on defense. They put up 13 stars here, so they're sticking at that 13, 14 star mark. Really strong performance.
Yeah, great stuff. After 10 attacks, they got 7 triples in. And you mentioned it, base building wise, United Gaming is incredible strong. So yeah, we will see the replay here by Ninja. He is in the end able to get the triple in the last attack. So they started with 2 stars and then getting the last 3 attacks in with triples. So big GG. United Gaming 13 and Push only 10 stars in the end.
A really close, or a really tough night here for Push, I want to say. But it's still early on. They did have a rough go of things, but they had to play some really tough teams. United Gaming coming out, getting that victory. That's ultimately huge for this squad. 13-10. What a war.
That was a great way for United Gaming to close out the day as we take a look at some of these final stats here. I mean, like you guys had said, a little bit of a rough start for Push, but the first 2 attacks also looked a little bit slow for UG. They were able to bring it back, but it just shows that no one is currently infallible after day number 1.
Yeah, yeah, the standings are pretty crazy here. We'll talk about it, but Push just seemed to struggle against those bases for whatever reason, and we've seen Push do that. We've seen them kind of struggle against certain bases, but we've also seen them put up crazy high numbers. So I don't think this is like a nail in the coffin type situation for Push. They went up against a really tough United Gaming team. Still 3 more weeks of competition, so they'll be fine. They'll be able to bounce back, but this is what we expected out of United Gaming. A really strong performance in day 1. They're sitting at 2-0. That's what you want, right?
Yes, for sure. And I want to mention that We Stay Active is for me the team of the day, because yeah, they are a powerhouse here today. So they took down Method to Madness and yeah, incredible attacks. Great bases. So yeah, we can expect them next week to go even further.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we saw a little bit of something really impressive from everyone. Even if Push struggled in this match, they were only down by 1 star in the one that happened off stream against Underworld X. So like there's still some balancing that will happen throughout the season. Day 1, I feel like when we do these challenge seasons, is always a little bit chaotic because everyone's trying to figure out how each team is going to be playing, and you combine that with the fact that we have the new town hall and everything was just a little bit chaotic. But we take a look back at the final score here from the schedule for the day. You can see which teams came out on top. I mean, you talked about We Stay Active doing well, but UG also 2-0 now, Bash. So we've got some teams that are already sitting comfy, pretty at that top of that leaderboard.
But on the converse of that, we have 3 teams actually just sitting uncomfy at 0-2. I don't know that we've ever had a day 1 where we have 3 teams sitting at 0-2. Omnipotence has just been right there. They were in both wars, but they went up against Method to Madness, who put up 15. You can't stop that. I think the cream rose to the top here with United Gaming, SE Esports. Kyle, you talked about We Stay Active, kind of a surprise, but they're strong. They should be there. A lot of wars to be played. Any surprises for you?
Yes, Synchronic. I thought after the first match where it was really close against SE Esports, they could come back in the offline match backstage, but unfortunately they lost again. So they are starting 0-2 in this ladder. So
was that I think that was the 14-14, right? They lost.
Yeah, that was a hard one too.
Yeah, so that's a heartbreaker to lose. So I think even though they're 0-2, I think that's one team we could see climb back up here. They had a lot of close matches today. A lot of their misses were right there. So even though they're 0-2, I wouldn't count that squad out.
Essentially, we know nothing after today. We know nothing except that some of the teams that we had expected to do well did show up and do well. And that's kind of it, because like you said, even though there are teams right now starting off at 0-2, we still have 3 more weeks of competition. They have to face off against each other multiple more times, and everything can change, especially that middle pack. And we will eventually start focusing on that bubble, that top 4 bubble area soon, after probably next week, heading into week number 3. So there's still lots that's going to happen in the coming weeks. So first of all, like we've talked about, you have to make sure you're here for all of it. We'll take a look at the schedule for next week so you can kind of plan and know what to expect when it comes to these matches, because this is what we've got coming up around the corner. Any of these matchups jumping out at you, Kala?
Yeah, for sure. The top-tier matchup between United Gaming and SE Esports. In the offline match, United Gaming will also will play against Synchronic, so they have a tough week next week in front of them. But as I mentioned before, this today was maybe to gain informations about the other teams, how they attack, how they defend, and I think all of those teams will prepare very well for next week and can use those informations from today.
I think next week is a big week for Omni. We kind of talked about them a lot coming into today, and they played really well. But if they can pull what is now an upset over We Stay Active, I think that gives them a little confidence, a little bit of, you know, those positive vibes they need. So if they can get that victory against Omni, I think that's a match to keep our eyes on. Obviously, the juggernaut match in War number 3, we all want to see that.
It's going to be another good week. Make sure you're at least following along on social media if you're not able to be here next week, so you don't miss out on any of the action that happens, whether that is on stream or off stream. We'll obviously keep you guys updated next week on those off stream matches as well, because the ones today proved to be very exciting. So I can't wait to see what a lot of these teams bring to the table now that they kind of have a better lay of the land. But it's almost time for us to say goodbye. Before we do that, give me some final thoughts on kicking off, season 4 of the challenge.
It was an amazing day. So 8 teams are competing here. We saw a perfect war, not on stream, but we know that they had a perfect war. Hopefully we see one next week. We had some close matchups here today, some crazy attacks. You all can gain some information how the pro players are performing on Tournament 16, what they are using. And I cannot wait for the next week to come.
I think moving into week 2, if we don't see some shakeup, week 3 and week 4, we might have one of those situations, and I'll talk to Eric, because Eric always has these situations.
Okay.
Or we can have one of those 3 and 4 teams sneak in there at the end. The way it started, it's setting up for a really awkward finish. So guys, make sure you don't miss any of these weeks. We'll be here. What are you guys doing? Just come on. It's a Wednesday night. Come hang out.
I kind of, now that you said that, I kind of want to get Eric's thoughts as well. He'll be here soon though, so don't worry. We'll be able to hear from him in a couple weeks. For now though, week number 1 of season 4 of the challenge has come to a close. It kicked off in a very, very strong fashion, with all of our teams looking like they were ready to compete. We'll have to see what they bring to the table next week, and which of our teams will rise to or stay at the top of our leaderboard. Of course, we want to thank Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy, Monster Energy, DHL, and the U.S. Air Force for making this whole thing possible. And thank you, everybody at home, for hanging out with us and watching the show. We'll see you next week.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level. I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.